Forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare, side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners, wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection, and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio. Net Radio.
and soul. So who want to leave? Because they believe that out there easy. I say they're crazy. You see, I just see it a curricue. Peas, rice and cascadoo. Blue crab and galaloo. My neighbor just give me not leaving. Not leaving. My neighbor's drink so deep and freedom do come cheap. Where else in the world you know? Sweet pan and calypso. People just overflow 2 days in the street. Not leaving. Not leaving. It's here where come see me. It's here I go there.
Wake up, rise up. It's the Net Radio Breakfast Show. Bringing you the energy, music, and vibes to start your day right.
Yeah. It's a Friday. Let me say that again. It's a Friday. Hey, not leaving. Good morning, neighbors, friends, family. Yeah. 64 and feeling good. 64 and feeling good, Trinidad and Tobago. Happy independence. Yeah. Good morning, Trinidad. Good morning to Tobago. Good morning to our neighbors in the Caribbean. Our friends and family that are streaming all around the globe. Good day to you in your different time zones and time slots. Thank you so much for checking in and, of course, showing up and making us what we are. Of course, we are New Era TT Radio. Net Radio. The heartbeat of the Caribbean, taking you above and beyond. Excellence. Oh, it's such a wonderful day. Giving God thanks and praises for life. Thank you, Heavenly Father, for bringing us together for another day. All that we do, dear God, let it be a blessing unto you. I'm just Sir Charles. Happy as always to be in this space with you, especially on a Friday like this. This is the Breakfast Show. Remember, Monday to Friday, we are here from 6 a.m. and we're here until 9 a.m. So everybody, welcome.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The Breakfast Show is here, we bring in the soca way. Yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line, let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Oh, good vibes rolling through the air. The Breakfast Show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your double or your morning drink.
And right now, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Morning, neighbors, friends, countrymen, Romans. Welcome to another edition of the Breakfast Show. It is a Friday edition. And of course, we are happy to be in the space with you. Let me say good morning to my co-host, Richard, who will join us at some point in time throughout this morning. I'm sure he'll join us in a little bit. And of course, Wendell. So, morning.
Yeah, morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning, listeners and viewers all over the globe. And we know where they are. In Addis Ababa, in Dubai, in Yokohama, Japan, in Florida, in New York, in Orlando. Orlando is part of Florida. You name it, they're all over, all up and down the Caribbean. We haven't heard from our people in the Caribbean for a little while. Somebody used a message from St. Lucia, and another person from Barbados. We haven't heard from them for a little while. We'd like to hear from you, just letting us know that you're still there and you're still watching the absolute best morning show on radio anywhere up and down the Caribbean. All right? Just keep us posted that you are still there. All right? Give us a little message every now and then, and we'll gladly appreciate you. And of course, we have people from all over Trinidad and Tobago who listen to us on a daily basis. All right? We're happy to have you.
So true, so true. I'm playing the Friday Mood video, and guys, if you all have little snippets of yourself doing little dance and things, send it me, put it in the video.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. If you have a little, you see, we have Robert Taylor
Mm-hmm.
in the video. We have Richard and them dancing and stuff, and some of you from the boat, right? But yeah, if you're in your area and you want to take a little, you can do it home in your living room or somewhere, you know. Yeah, just take a little picture of yourself dancing and send it. We're gonna put you in the video. Right?
Yeah. Or if you have a video, I mean, if
What?
it's better if you don't stage it, because none of those videos are staged. They just
No,
somebody
no.
just filmed them dancing,
Yeah,
and they end up in the video.
yeah.
You
So maybe
understand? So sometimes the natural, I always like natural things,
the
things that
natural thing.
happen spontaneously,
Yeah.
and that they don't plan it. You know what I mean?
So if you have any little video, you went out to a little function, a little family gathering, a little wedding, a carnival fete, you know. Yeah, you could send it, man. We'll gladly put you in the video at some point in time. I, I mean, if we get too much, we have to kind of space it out. But once we get them, we'll treat it accordingly.
Yeah,
That's
and change it up every now and then. That's all.
yeah,
Hmm.
and get you inside of the thing, man. Come on, yeah. So how are you? How you make it through the night? Okay.
I did all right. I actually went to a retirement function yesterday. Remember, I told you I had two invites yesterday.
Right.
One was to a surprise farewell, surprise retirement function for the head of city police, Glenn Charles. He would have served 40 years as a police officer.
Imagine
And
that.
so they had a surprise function for him yesterday.
It
Um,
works.
it worked well. Yeah, well, not really, because he did admit after he found out, because his children tried to convince him to just carry him for dinner at this
Yeah.
place that I've never been to. I don't know if you know, there's a plaza in Aranguez there, where that, when you come off the ramp on the highway, on Aranguez side on the north, that would be the southern side of the highway.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a huge plaza in the back there. But then let's think that there's a beautiful restaurant called The Summit. It's part of a Vala restaurant. Never knew about it before. I didn't even know about the plaza. And the function was held there. But so good morning to the folks at The Summit restaurant, part of the Avala group. It's a really nice place, and the function was there yesterday. The Minister of Local Government also surprised and came. So she did the feature address. And of course, Miss Joanna Archie and some other senior police officers and so on. And of course, the mayor came, the deputy mayor was there, and the CEO of the Port of Spain Corporation, and quite a few members of the municipal police. They were also there, you know what I mean? But so it was a nice little function. I took my son because if I tell him it's a police function, he wasn't going. So I tell him we going dinner because it's just at the last minute. I said, look, let me take him. And he went. But he enjoyed himself. You know what I mean? A lot of people who saw him as a child, seeing him as a man now, and couldn't believe it's the same person. You know what I mean? Children grow so fast, you know what I mean? But he's extremely tall, you know. Well, he's taller than me. I shouldn't say he's extremely tall, but he's taller than me. So it was a nice evening. That's how I spent my evening, because I had a choice between that and the Arima birthday civic reception, but that I got that invitation a little while back. It predated the Arima invitation. So I thought, and myself and Superintendent Charles, we always did well. You know what I mean? So I decided to go to that, and it was a very nice function for him yesterday. That's what I did. I mean, I don't know. It had cricket last night. I think it had cricket played somewhere. Not in Trinidad, but it played. There was a CPL match last night. I don't know what happened with it. If anybody could just give us an idea of what happened. But there's cricket tonight at the Queen's Park Oval again. Trinidad, the TKR will be playing. Let me get it correct. TKR is playing So hold on there, Sir Charles. Because there is also Pan in Arima. More than likely that's what I'll attend. But there's TKR is playing hey, where you going, man? Right, TKR playing tonight, they're playing the Barbados Trident. Right? And then tomorrow night, that's Saturday night, they're playing Jamaica Kingsmen. Right? So just keep that in mind.
Right.
So that's what's happening.
I only wait until the next week Wednesday game when they're playing
Antigua.
Antigua. Right? I watch it. I go taking that game. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see our rising star.
Anderson.
Yes, I want to see
Yeah.
Anderson play.
Morning, Anderson Mahis. I need
Full
probably
support.
here already.
Full support for Anderson, man. Hey. I hope I'll
Yeah.
bust TKR tail. The way how TKR playing, that might be such a hard thing anyhow.
TKR will get their act together tonight, man. I'm gonna see if Barbados. We gonna beat Barbados, man. We gonna beat Barbados.
They normally kind of fluctuate, so sometimes they make a little bad start and then eventually they pick it up.
Right.
It's a little difficult. So who knows?
Right. I'm seeing on the message here from a couple of folks. Jamaica beat St. Kitts last night. All right. St. Kitts not playing so good either, you know. St. Kitts actually did they won? Who won the tournament? St. Kitts played pretty good last time, but I don't know what's going on, Right, but I have a couple birthday greetings. I have Liesel Margot Thorne. She is celebrating her birthday today. I also have my nephew Josiah. He is celebrating his birthday today too. Who else? Today is August. What's today's date? The 28th,
28.
28th. Yeah. Some other birthdays will come up, I'm sure. All right? So if you're celebrating a birthday today, happy birthday, or over the weekend, it's a great weekend to be out and about. Hopefully the weather will hold. Last night was a total eclipse. I just got a glimpse of it in coming home.
Yeah, last night was a really nice a really nice moonlight outside. Well, I don't know so much about the eclipse, but when I was like around 8:30, going for 9, I went outside, take down my garbage, and when I looked up, I saw like this beautiful moonlight. I said, like, wow, yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we have a beautiful weekend. I hope all went well with the Arima function last evening. I haven't heard anything about it, but I hope all went well. All right?
Well, let's do good news and then we come back and jump in. Oh, okay. Here comes Richard.
You see, I just said good news. It was my cue to enter, so I came.
Here comes Richard. All right.
Good morning, guys. Good morning to all our listeners and viewers, wherever you are on planet Earth on this Friday morning. A big good morning to you. The weekend has begun, people. Woo! And it's a long weekend too.
It is, yes, it's true. We all won't hear from us until next week, Tuesday. I just realized that.
It's a kind of long weekend, I'm telling you. If
it is a long weekend.
It doesn't mean a kind of long weekend. It's a long weekend.
A long weekend is when they get Friday into and a Monday off, partner.
What the?
When it's just a Monday or it's a Friday, it's all right. Yeah, okay, good.
Not a long weekend for me, yes?
That is the definition of a long weekend. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Yeah.
All right, actually, no problem. Long weekend. All right, it's a long weekend, people. Anyhow, before I get into everything, let me go into the good news and come back, right?
Alrighty. I love his showmanship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he has
listen,
to be pretty good to be dancing and kind on focusing on beating the correct notes, on playing the correct notes. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
from the video they said that he's 6 years old. Um, they have him as Sir Halo, Halo. I don't know anything first time I'm hearing of him, but yeah.
Okay. Is that out there in Times Square? Is that Times Square?
It looked like Times Square.
Mm. Mm. All right. Well,
It
let's
was,
go straight
it
to
was,
the chat.
it was either Times Square or the Dial. It's one of the two because they look the same.
The dial.
Cheer, you better drink your coffee and true. You don't wake up yet.
The dial is.
The dial, man, say, which dial? Anyway, let's greet the people in the chat. Robert Allen, it's fantastic Friday and the weekend has begun. Came in first. Kenny in Harlem, Beefy Smith says good morning. John Cato also says good morning. He is celebrating the nation is celebrating. He is wishing the nation happy 64th birthday coming up this weekend. Ron DeSantis Jr. is also wishing happy Independence Day to Trinidad and Tobago. Apollonus, good morning to you guys. Odell Guy out there in Sangre Grande. Felix Kazo, it's a long weekend. Of course it is. Happy 60th birthday to Nolan, my second to last sister. The Kazo family is sharing love to a woman who is full of life. So happy birthday, Nolan.
Yeah, happy birthday to you, Nolan.
Predators, good morning. Sis Super also thanking God for sparing our lives. Manuela Peters, Trinman says happy, have a great Friday, everyone. Pamela O'Connor, Marcia Rock, happy Independence also. Robert Taylor, Deborah Noel Surrett, Boy B. Daisy from David, Doreen Pierre, and she is wishing herself a 70th birthday. Happy 70th birthday, Doreen.
Okay. Happy birthday in Pierre.
Yeah,
Oh
happy birthday. All right. Julia Samantha, Melissa from Sharp Flair, Marlon Motley is saying the weekend is here.
Yeah, good morning, Marlon. Good morning, Julia.
Eunice Dublin, Kathy Ann Charles also sending special greetings to Arlene in Bronxville and Stephen. Good morning, gentlemen. That's from Slick Money Group. Melissa is celebrating her 6th wedding anniversary tomorrow. Oh, you're young in this thing, man. And sending lots of love to her husband, Christoph Arthur. I don't know if it's Christoph or if you missed the R, but I'll pronounce what you spelled, what you said, right, Christoph? Philomena Ali, good morning. Angela Green, Diane Payne, Ozzy Molino, Ian Stewart, Arlene Lois, Ingrid from Tucson, Arizona. Amy, I think that's a new name. Good morning, everyone. Merle McComey, Prabha Ramdial, Subash from Woodland. Felix Kazo is sending happy Independence Day greetings. Stephanie Santana. Hillary Benjamin is also saying good morning. Sankofa is sending divine greetings. Wayne Ramsey, Suzanne Jessup, and that's Suzanne, Suzette, Corrine, Mrs. Gemma, Maria S. and Maria H. Chris Tusa is saying, morning, what happened to Washington? What happened to Washington, D.C.? Carla Hercules, Melchizedek, Wendy and James, Jamaica Beats and Kit, thanks for that information. Nadia Stephen, Dwayne Sylvester, thanks for the information. And Alistair Hart is saying, good morning, what's happening with WASA and those increasing fees? I just listened to that in passing yesterday and briefly about, I was hearing the news, that is when I was on the road, about those astronomical increases in fees in WASA. You know about that, Richard?
No.
Yeah, I think Marvin Gonzalez was talking about it. I didn't really follow it because I didn't watch news last night. Happy birthday, Josiah. That's from media. Wendy Ann, can you play some of the parts of PNM News Briefing yesterday? All right. Well, that's up to Sir Charles. I don't know if he has it. If it's anything with PNM, he ain't gonna have it unless I send it.
Wait, no. They,
Ooh.
they had a news
Yeah,
briefing yesterday.
you
Well,
got some,
yeah, but I
you
didn't
got
follow
some
it.
shade there, Sir Charles. You got some shade.
Yes, yes. He making loud these days. That's all right. He can't be in the spotlight for the last couple of weeks, so that's
Wendy
all
Ann sent it for him.
right.
Gas 16, good morning. Anne Noel from Oshawa, Ontario. I forget all the Canadian people today, yes. Joyce Phillip, top of the morning. He said, I saw him playing pan in Times Square. So it may very well have been Times Square. Thanks
Yes,
for that, Joyce.
it's not the dial. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I,
Frank Clark.
I get confused because sometimes they look so similar.
Yeah, please. Frank Clark says, hi, good morning, guys. Bajan Trini in Barbados continues to be locked on, Wendell. Thank you very much for
Hey, Barbados.
responding.
Nice.
Yeah, Barbados in the house. Valerie Mendoza from Dabadi, Anthony Tinto out there in Toronto. Carlisle Cupid, I will deal with you, but I don't feel I didn't see what you put in that chat yesterday. Let me tell you something about me and traveling. It is the one vice that I have, and I will continue.
Well,
One of the vices that I have. I went all the way to Japan the other day. And you know how much I spent? $49.13. Okay? That's how much I spent. Anybody could cast aspersions on me and my traveling.
finding the big nets. The
That is
upper
exactly.
Yeah.
Bernard and Alicia Yates, good morning. CJ from New York. And that's it.
All right, okay, no problem. Let me say good morning to the folks on the WhatsApp coming in. And we had Reverend Bishop, Dr. Victor Phillips, good day to you. Came in first on the chat this morning, then Mr. Billy followed. So, Mr. Billy, good morning to you. Fifi out there in East Addis Ababa, good to you. Also, Kent in Laventil. Archbishop Ashton Clark in Canada came in right after Kent. Then we had Miss St. Augustine. Who else we had here? Zena, you're up early this morning, girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, that's a record.
Yes, Zena get up early. And Charmaine get up early too.
Now, Charmaine doesn't always be up early. I
No,
get a
she
good
always
morning.
be up early these days. She getting up kind of late some days.
I get a good morning from Charmaine every single morning. Well, not a good morning. She just say morning. I don't
Yes.
use the word good because it's not always good. So I just use morning.
All right. Yeah. Captain Ron out there in Orlando, good day to you. Frank out there in Aruka, good day. Peter Wilson. Suzanne, good day to you. Yes, we saw all the specials. And of course, to Far Rockaway, who's locked on this morning. Have a great day, people. Fantastic day. All right, so we are going for that break. It's now 26 minutes before the hour of 7 o'clock. Stay with us when we come back. We'll check and see what's happening in the newspapers this morning.
Hi, I am Sophia. I am 6 years old and the world's youngest detective. This is my dog Bruno. You can follow my adventures in my 5-book series. This is the author of my book series. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Sophia.
So now you know about me, Sophia, the little detective. You can get all my books on Amazon. Hope you enjoy them.
Sophia, the Little Detective book series. For curious little minds who ask why, how, and what if. Now available on Amazon.
What? That's big news there, Sir Charles.
Yeah.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
What do we all want for Trinidad and Tobago? safer communities, greater opportunities, and a better future. Join Denise Deming every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on NETT Radio for Common Ground TNT. Each week, respected guests tackle the issues affecting our nation, from crime and education to healthcare, the economy, and good governance. Common Ground TNT, finding solutions through conversation. Tuesdays at 11 a.m. on NETT Radio, Net Radio.
Flavor Entertainment Services, your one-stop premium entertainment service provider. We offer top-tier, best-in-class karaoke and DJ services for your private events, sports bars and lounge. Let us help make your birthday parties, weddings, anniversaries, and corporate special events memorable and special. Call us now at 462-2029. We provide more than just music. We create memories that last.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
If you feel you can sing or just feel like hanging out with your friends, well then, the Big Bear Bar, Johnson Street and Southern Main Road Enterprise presents their Karaoke Saturdays each and every Saturday. Come and enjoy the fun. Bring your crew. It's live DJ music and sweet karaoke every Saturday. And this Saturday, Net Radio will be there to bring you the action live from 8 p.m. with DJ Jeremiah, Mr. Lover Lover. Come and enjoy the time of your life at the Big Bear Bar, Karaoke Saturdays, Johnson Street and Southern Main Road Enterprise, opposite Tropical Angel Hub Spaniard. And remember, Net Radio will be there live. Okay, so we are back.
Yeah,
So,
let me. Yeah, sorry, Sir Charles.
yeah, so Sophia is outside there. Richard, tell us about Sophia.
Sophia the Little Detective. Yeah.
Yes.
No, it was some stories I had for a while. I've written that since like 2022, 2023. But I just, had decided to roll out, and I had other ideas and other adventures that she went on in terms of doing that chapter book for children. And so I just kind of rolled it out, and then get to this point, I guess. It was long in coming because I've had it for years. Because you have different ideas that I have for years. Like I said, I'm writing, like I'm working on American Dance now, the novel, so yeah.
I love the promotion for it, though.
Yeah,
Well put together.
yeah, Sophia is really nice. Cute.
Cute, yes.
All right, people.
All right.
So
Morning, Florence Basley, Larry Charles, the best snow cone in Trinidad and Tobago, and of course, Beauty Culture. Good morning to you all. We could get straight into the newspapers today. The Express online edition, that is. School grants by next week, so says Minister of Education, Dr. Michael Dowlett. Water spouts high from Marval pothole. What's that story about? Motorists traveling along Saddle Road. Okay. Kishon fourth again. That's Kishon Walcott. Storm is going to end, and that's about TKR and cricket. Who are they? Police seek help identifying 4 bodies. Well, as I said, they identify the bodies. What they need now is people to come and claim the bodies.
yeah, that's I say that myself. I said, but they know
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
They know that because they call them by name or aliases.
yeah.
So what they want is people to come and claim 4 bodies.
They go and claim all their bodies.
Yeah. $1 million prison contraband trade exposed. Is that so? Top charged with ammo, granted $80,000 bail. CPL parking crackdown sparks outrage as vehicles towed. I'll get back to that. Two men gunned down hours apart in Mova. Let me tell you something, eh? All you know, I am on record, especially here, as saying wrecking is a hustle. Richard has joined me, and I don't. So, Charles, what's your opinion on wrecking? I don't know if you ever had one, but
Yeah, you know,
I wouldn't
it
be
is a big
surprised if you
hustle.
say that wrecking a hustle too, right?
Yeah, it is a big hustle.
A hustle. What I can't understand is that outside of people blocking somebody's driveway or doing something, maybe parked in such a way that it's impeding traffic,
Yeah.
everybody go on the same place. Everybody leaving the same time more than likely to after the match, right? Once they're not impeding the flow of the traffic on the road, what is the problem?
Yeah.
Erica's STTPS, what is the problem?
No,
Yeah.
Bandel, that's the problem there to me is beyond TTPS, you know. There is somebody called a mayor. And a mayor, if you are interested in the economic and nightlife of your city, will understand that there is a major event taking place and you are in a city with little parking. Parking is street parking and wherever people can find parking. That's the reality. You would, as a mayor, say, okay, let me call together the various providers and say, look, we're going to have to make some concessions because this is the city. I don't want people to be distressed. I want people to have a good experience coming into my city. That's what people do, Wendell.
But maybe the mayor tried to do that on the TTPS to tell
Oh,
with you.
come on, Wendell.
No,
Come
I
on.
just, Richard,
No,
Come
nobody.
on,
Richard,
Wendell. Cut that man off, please, sir. Just cut him off.
He talking about the hustling part. Mr.
I am
Mayor,
just saying,
interfering with
Richard,
the party.
I agree with you. I told the mayor they are making a mistake by reintroducing Reckitt. Because I don't know if people know, because somebody also commented on my post yesterday, how local government projects be funded. I said, what are you asking? He was a former local government official person somewhere else. I said, none of that money goes to the local government. It's the
No.
police making the money and the wrecking companies. That's it. You understand? It is a damn hustle.
And,
Stop
and,
it.
and, and so that person expected local government to be funded from taking up people's cars.
Apparently. You know, I'm saying, what is wrong with these people?
If you saw your cities as being for the citizens rather than trying to make money and being abusive to citizens, which it always comes back to, that good enough for them. And the police are no different, Wendell. That
That's
good
what
enough
I'm
for
saying.
them.
It has to be the TTPS has to say, listen, and all you have to do is patrol the areas regularly. And how could people park opposite the Oval? Because that's where that video came from, right? They are parked opposite the Oval on Sinclair Avenue. Normally, on a daily basis, people are allowed to park there. Okay?
Yep.
So
Yep.
people parked there to go in the Oval. The 2 lanes of traffic still flowing like normal. What do you reckon people there for?
Yeah, and they didn't say have any sort of traffic build-up going through that area at that time of the night.
Because the city of Port of Spain is not pro-citizen and pro the burgesses of the people in Port of Spain.
Richard,
That's why Port of Spain is a dying city.
Richard.
Why is Port of Spain a dying city? The only reason that Port of Spain still has a certain amount of life, Wendell, is because so many offices are located in Port of Spain, you know.
Yeah.
And it's those workers traversing back and forth, going into different places, you know. It ain't no new people coming up. There's nobody leaving the house and saying, I go in Port of Spain to shop, maybe Charlotte Street. You know, but nobody's saying I'm going Port of Spain because I feel to get a burger. No. They will go elsewhere. They will go to malls. They will go to other places. They will go to other food courts outside or on the outskirts.
Anyhow, guys,
Richard, I don't know, but I just think this is out of the mayor's hands. That's how I feel. And I hear you where you say that maybe he should call a stakeholders meeting and say, listen, this is what I would like to see. But just feel this is out of his hands. This is a rogue TTPS / wrecking company initiative. The mayor got himself involved, and I have ill-advisedly, because I told him stay away from that. Do not reintroduce wrecking. You don't make that announcement. Let the TTPS go and make that announcement about wrecking.
All right. Go ahead with the headlines, Wendell.
Because you will always be blamed for it. That's it. I done.
Yeah, Trinidad and Tobago Guardian this morning. No plan to expel Manning. Opposition leader dismisses calls for PNM to kick out Sando East MP. Says orders on him to back up corruption claims. So that internal bacchanal with the PNM continues. We are now in part 34. Manning predicts victory for Mom Hazel in San Fernando East. Affected workers 10 days program cut could fuel crime. Is that the workers in Tobago?
I suppose.
I'm not sure. Pararat removes 2 MTS directors over performance commitment concerns.
Boy.
I don't know if Barry Pararat, you come across, Minister, with all due respect, as not being really very much in control of your portfolio. It seems a little chaotic. So it just comes across a little chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It's who you could control, you know.
Yeah, like when that disruption with TSTT and B-Mobile and Amplia earlier this week, you know, was that the union acting up? I don't know. Because they said there were several fiber cuts, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it didn't, there was no indication. But you know, if union, you know, we live in a society where unions, when they want to flex their muscles, depending on which agency, they flex their muscles.
Mm-hmm.
They know exactly how to shut down the system.
So maybe cool down on the hubris, Pararat. Maybe cool it down a little bit. You know, like how you strode into Wassa when they have the thing with your shades and it's like the savior came. It wasn't a good optic. It was like, what is this? It was like a show. And rather than about dealing with issues in a less showy way, you know. That's just my advice. You could take it or leave it.
He's not going to take it.
Gonzales blasts Wassa over 700% plumbing fee hikes. What's a plumbing fee? Is that when they connect you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get the full information from that press conference. But I know I heard him talking about fees being raised. That's what I heard him talking about.
But it's in plumbing fee hikes. So I'm assuming that's your connection to the Wassa grid, but not everybody's onto a grid. Some people, well, you are onto the grid in whatever way in terms of your water connection, but in terms of your sewage, some people have their soakaways, not so?
Yeah, septic tank and soakaway. But you still need Wassa approval for that too, you know.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Wassa said they control the water in the country.
Yes. So, even the water that's falling from the sky?
Yeah. So when you go down in a puddle and stuff, that's Wassa. When somebody splash you with water, don't cost the persons, cost Wassa. It's Wassa, they in control of the water. That's what they say.
I'll send the video for you, Sir Charles, with the fee increase thing. If you want, you could download it now.
No problem.
With the Wassa. All right, so you see how it is. I seen it, I can read it because David Wells sent it without having to play. Some charges have increased by up to 700%. Residential fee from $150 to $1,200. Multifamily residential fee from $150.
What does that fee? What does that mean?
I guess a connection fee. It's the connect. The commercial has gone from $200 to $1,500. Industrial from $450 per floor to $1,800. A residential swimming pool has gone from $500 to $1,800. And commercial swimming pool from $1,000 to $2,000.
All right, let me continue. So, with business news, Jamaican insurer aims to complete Beacon acquisition in the fourth quarter. Financing the ambition, your leadership mindset influences your SME growth. Underestimating ourselves, monetize Guru U. I don't know what that means. Home Trade Expo could trigger visitors. Skywatchers urged to look up tonight. Is it tonight or was not last night?
Last night.
No plan to expel Manning. 18 years later, former soldier cleared of rape and kidnapping charges. And Seafood Century powers Kings past Knight Riders. CPL chase Titans as European football takes center stage. TNT women volleyballers and Norseka winless to finish 8th. And that's basically it in the Trinidad and Tobago Garden for this morning.
Okay.
Andre, I did warn the mayor when he first announced that he's introducing Reckon, that he is going to lose control of that, the TTPS, because I understand they've been trying to get funds from it, and the TTPS keeping. Let me watch my mouth about that part. But once you start that Reckon, you lose control. That Reckon, that wrecker driver and that police officer who is on that wrecker, you can't tell them what to do after. They've lost control of it, as usual. They're not getting any income from it. What is the point taking all that, getting all that cost?
And they seem to be victimizing people by choosing whose car they want to go with.
Well, somebody alert me to something that when they pull a car out from the middle, it is for somebody else to go. So that's part of the hustle too. Not taken from the top. The part of the hustle is also pulling the car out from the space.
Right. Somebody pass and say, hey, look at space, let me pull in here.
And let me pull in there.
So that's one more victim.
So the hustle going over and over.
Oh, look at trick in the trade. Look how the business strategy.
because it's abusive. And who is it abusive to? Citizens of this country. And who is it governed by? People who say, I am the leader.
Wow.
You notice the police ain't saying nothing about Reckon again? You notice they don't talk about Reckon. They just tell you so out about the Reckon is up to the person on the wrecker. It was always so.
Hold on a minute, guys. I'm going to get did you know and come back, please.
A lot of people wear African prints, but very few know where they come from. And honestly, that's a problem, because somewhere along the line, the fabric stayed but the story got lost. African fashion is not just about what we wear. It's about history, identity, people. It's about entire civilizations woven into cloth. Take kente from Ghana, for example. Most people recognize the colorful patterns immediately, but many people don't know that kente was originally reserved for royalty among the Asante people. Every color, every pattern, every arrangement carried meaning. You weren't just wearing fabric. You were wearing status, philosophy, history, and culture all at once. Then there is Kuba cloth from the Democratic Republic of Congo. Hand-woven raffia palm leaves, hand embroidery, geometric patterns created with incredible precision. The Kuba people viewed these designs as more than decoration. They reflected spiritual beliefs, authority, and ancestral knowledge. Then you have Bogolanfini, often called mud cloth from Mali. Artisans weave the cloth, soak it in natural solutions, then use fermented mud to create the patterns. Not chemical dyes, not factory printing, mud. And the results have remained relevant for generations. And then there's Adire from Nigeria. Created by the Yoruba people, Adire uses resist dyeing techniques with indigo to produce stunning patterns. For decades, it has evolved while still remaining unmistakably African. Designers continue to reinterpret it in fresh ways, proving that heritage doesn't have to stay frozen in time. Finally, there's Ankara, perhaps the most recognizable African fabric today. The fabric traces back to Indonesia Asian batik influences before being adopted, transformed, and reimagined across West Africa. Countries like Nigeria, Ghana, and Cote d'Ivoire helped make it what it is today. What struck me while looking through these fabrics is that the global fashion industry often borrows African aesthetics, the patterns, the colors, silhouettes, inspiration, but the stories behind them rarely get equal attention. Yet those stories are what make these fabrics special, not just because they look beautiful, but because they carry generations of knowledge, craftsmanship, and culture. This is exactly why we're building Keseruva, because African fashion deserves to be discovered differently, not as random products scrolling past on a screen, but as brands, artisans, cultures, and stories worth knowing. We want a future where discovering African fashion feels like discovering Africa itself, where someone in Lagos can discover a designer in Kigali, and where incredible African brands get the visibility they deserve, because the more you learn about African fashion, the more you realize you're not just looking at clothes, you're looking at history that is still alive. And if you want to be part of this movement, like this video, share it with a friend who loves discovering African and Black-owned fashion, culture, and hidden stories. Follow Keseruva for more African and Black-owned fashion discoveries, and join the Keseruva waitlist to be among the first to discover, explore, and shop amazing African and Black-owned brands from across the world.
Yeah.
I've seen how they did that kente cloth in Ghana. It's expensive. Even in Ghana, it's expensive. You know? But it's beautiful the way they fashion that cloth. They actually put it together. It's something you should something if you could get to see how they do it, it's a wonderful experience. Anyway, so Charles, I know I had sent a particular video and suggested a particular poll, but I'm thinking maybe it's not appropriate for today as we go into Independence Day. I know you would have already put it up, but so I don't know. You guys could decide if you want to still go with that very controversial poll and topic we have today. That video.
Which video is that? Is that the one with the woman whose bag was stolen?
No. The one with the pastors.
Yeah, let me see if I can
the
play
pastors and their wealth.
Yeah.
It's discouraging to see how far these guys have diverged from the teachings of Jesus.
I have a name to my house, La Maison de Rêve, the house of dreams. Are you financially independent like I am? I know what the heck I'm talking about.
Like Kenneth Copeland, who lives in this $6 million complex outside Dallas.
You may think that house is too big. I don't care what you think.
You want to know how big it is? Yeah. It's 40,000 square foot.
They're just trying to grab as much money as they can. It's pure greed.
Critics like Pete Evans of the televangelist watchdog group, the Trinity Foundation, say these preachers are using a legal way to avoid paying property taxes on their pricey homes.
You and I are financing their rich lifestyles.
Tax records show that each of these mansions is owned by the preachers' churches, which qualifies them to be tax-free under the parsonage exemption.
The parsonage tax exemption is a way for a church or religious organization to buy a piece of residential property, have their pastor live in it, and then not pay property taxes on that parsonage. It's essentially a way to make the pastor's life a little bit easier and can live a little bit cheaper.
I just need more. I just need more.
And they're wealthy beyond imagination.
One of my chandeliers costs more than most people's house. I got 22 chandeliers in the house.
They live in huge mansions, drive fancy cars, and forget about flying coach. They own some of the best private jets money can buy.
I got an intercontinental plane.
Pastor Jesse Duplantis zips around in this Dassault Falcon 50 jet paid for by his church. Here he is boarding the plane with his wife for a short 1-hour flight from Fort Worth, Texas to his home outside New Orleans. Estimated round-trip cost, $14,000. If he flew commercial, it would be as low as $180.
My congregation is the world. I need the plane.
He says his jet allows him to better spread his message around the world, and it sure has taken him to some pretty nice places. 16 times to Hawaii alone since 2006.
I really believe that if Jesus was physically on the earth today, he wouldn't be riding a donkey.
Duplantis now wants an upgrade to this $54 million Dassault 7X that comes with lavish interiors. Only the wealthiest people in the world can afford such luxury.
So for you, they don't think I should have.
So if Jesus was alive today, he wouldn't be riding a donkey. What he'd be riding?
He'd be using a private jet, Richard. That is the part that just pissed me off when I watched that video, you know.
When I tell all them mental illness, always look at me and screw up all their face. But okay.
No, them fellas mental. For sure, them fellas mental. How you could be telling your congregation that one of my chandeliers is more expensive than your home and you have 20 chandeliers? How you could tell your congregation that?
Because they're the ones financing it, what the hell? Your tithes are going to great use.
My congregation is the world and I have to get around to them. You can't get more arrogant and despicable than that.
I have nothing to say. Except maybe I should put up a tent.
Sorry, I didn't put up one 20 years ago. Because I'm sure I could preach. I could talk. But I can't rip people off so. I can't deceive people like that. Come on. So that's our poll today. Very controversial.
Not really.
Richard, you read it.
Do you think pastors should fly by jet instead of using a donkey? I suppose you're going light. Because it's a Friday.
Yeah, that's why, you know. So, after study is Independence Weekend, you know, but we done it.
Yeah. You know, you can't ask a chance to change last minute.
I didn't 99 to what him answered my message when Richard.
No, it's after I realized how the conversation going for the morning now, and in chat. I say, oh gosh, I want them people on this whole ideal for today. But yeah, guess what? You all saw the video? The poll is up. Do you think pastors should fly by jet instead of using a donkey?
No, let me advocate for donkeys here. Because people, you know, have abused donkeys throughout history. And the poor donkeys have been subject to religious persecution because the Bible says Jesus ride a donkey, but that is it. Everybody feel they have to ride a donkey.
Richard, there was a very famous, how I should put it?
You're going there.
You remember that situation in Arima?
You're going there. That's where you want to go.
Save it for when we come back, guys. Hold it, because we are going to the news.
You don't remember that?
No, I can't remember. But I'm sure you
can't remember the story of the donkey in Arima?
No, I can't at this point in time. But maybe when we
tell you.
After the news, you tell me. I might remember then. Anyhow, people, that's your morning poll as we go to the news at 7 o'clock.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now on Net Radio and Guile TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. This year's Independence Day fireworks displays in Port of Spain and San Fernando will be completely silent, as officials seek to reduce noise and its impact on people and pets. The Ministry of Culture says the displays will feature choreographed silent pyrotechnics, alongside a drone presentation. The celebrations will also include a cultural procession featuring steel pan, tassa, drumming, dancers, and traditional carnival characters. A cultural showcase at the Queen's Park Savannah will feature calypso, soca, chutney, folk, theatrical, and other performances under the theme One Service, One People, One Story. The Independence Parade will also follow a modified route due to its relocation closer to President's House. Police say comprehensive security measures will be in place, while parking at the Savannah will be prohibited throughout Independence Day. TSTT and B-Mobile customers across Trinidad and Tobago experienced service disruptions yesterday after fiber infrastructure was damaged at 3 locations along the east-west corridor. Public Utilities Minister Barry Patterath said the breaks occurred around 6 a.m. and technicians were dispatched to assess the damage. Patterath said TSTT was investigating whether the fiber was damaged through vandalism, but cautioned against speculation. Services were restored later in the day, although repair crews continued monitoring the network. The disruption also affected several businesses and government services, including licensing division operations, the Children's Authority's hotlines, First Citizens Call Center, and Caribbean Airlines jetpack services. TSTT apologized for the inconvenience and thanked customers for their patience. Tobago Chief Secretary Farley Augustine has criticized the Division of Education over delays in repairing schools ahead of the new academic term. Augustine said he had to chastise officials over the slow pace of the program, noting that $13.7 million of the $20 million budget had already been released for works identified since May. Education Secretary Orlando Kerr said repairs would continue during the first term, including on weekends and after school. However, Augustine said he had instructed Kerr to meet with TTUTA and inspect schools across Tobago to ensure they are ready to reopen on September 7. The Chief Secretary also criticized wider inefficiencies within the Tobago House of Assembly, particularly delays in procurement. He said there was enough blame to go around and warned that procurement rules could not be used as an excuse for failing to deliver services on time. Augustine said his team will undergo a performance assessment in November and indicated that changes could be made if necessary. Former Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzalez is alleging that WASA increased fees for inspections and approvals by between 100 and 700% from July 1st. Gonzalez claims the fee for multifamily residential units rose from $150 to $1,200, while commercial fees increased from $200 to $1,500. He said industrial fees rose from $450 to $1,800 per floor. He also alleged increases for swimming pool applications, with residential fees rising from $500 to $1,800 and commercial fees from $1,000 to $2,000. Gonzalez accused WASA and the Ministry of Public Utilities of failing to properly notify or consult stakeholders and questioned why WASA's website still lists the older fees. He called for the resignation of Minister Barry Patterath and the removal of WASA's board and executive management. Police are appealing for the public's help in identifying 4 men whose bodies were found at separate locations in the Northeastern Division between September 2024 and January 2026. The first was a man believed to be in his 60s, found near the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway in Barataria in September 2024. A second man, believed to be named Sean Gooding, was found in Barataria in May 2025. A third, believed to be Ronald Richard, also known as Psycho, was found in the Malik River on December 31st. The fourth man, believed to be around 80 years old and known as Sam, was found in a shack near Maracas in January. Anyone with information is asked to contact police at 555 or 800-TIPS or the Northeastern Division. Finally, the death toll from catastrophic flooding along the Nepal-Tibet border has risen sharply, with hundreds still missing as rescue efforts continue. Nepalese authorities say 389 people have died and 910 are missing, including 517 foreign nationals. In Tibet, 3 people are confirmed dead and another 558 are missing. Families across several countries are desperately searching for relatives. Australia says at least 39 of its citizens are missing, while South African families are also awaiting news of loved ones who are on a Hindu pilgrimage. Meanwhile, rescuers face the threat of further flooding. Chinese authorities warn that a newly formed lake near the border could burst its banks within 3 days if heavy rainfall continues. Relief teams remain on alert as the search for survivors enters its second night. And that is Net Radio News. If you're leaving us at this time, do enjoy your weekend.
That was News Now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. Net Radio.
Your mid-morning just got better.
Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Morning vibes, fresh energy. This is the Net Radio Breakfast Show.
Islands in the fun. Welcome, welcome one and all to the land of death. Trini to the bone, Trini to the bone. When they come to Bacchanal, well, they can't beat we at Trini to the bone, Trini to the bone. Look, sweet woman parade abundantly. The brethren, they full of energy. Some people say God is a Trini. Paradise are not convincingly. God gave us a spirit fiery, but nothing in the world will bother we. But look, a smart man gone with money. We still come out and mash up the party. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of this country. Sweet, sweet TNT. No place in this world I'd rather be. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of my country. Sweet, sweet TNT. All this sugar can be good for me. Oh, from Toko to Caroni. Maraval to San Souci, from Scarborough to Kokori, profiling on Frederick Street. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of this country. Sweet, sweet TNT. No place in this world I'd rather be. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of my country. Sweet, sweet TNT. All this sugar can be good for me. All these years I spent abroad in the cold, longing to be home. Trini to the bone, Trini to the bone. Lord, I pray that some sweet day I will no longer have to roam. Trini to the bone, Trini to the bone. The problems we have are plain to see. We prove we could stand the scrutiny. All in all, a true democracy. How we vote is not how we party. There's no place like home, some people say. Though some have to leave to make their way. But in their hearts I know their destiny to come home and big up the country. Sweet, sweet TNT. Lord, how I love of this country. Sweet, sweet TNT. No place in this world I'd rather be. Sweet, sweet TNT. Lord, how I love of my country. Sweet, sweet TNT. All this sugar can be good for me. From Cuba to Signal Hill, Arima to Charlottesville, Matlock down to Port of Spain. Yeah, yeah. We play in my sun or rain. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of this country. Sweet, sweet TNT. No place in this world I'd rather be. Style just change, man rearrange, that gun clear. 'Cause nothing can compare to a Trini rising. Oh no no, oh nothing can compare to a Trini rising. No no no. As crazy as we might seem to be, we still fight to be a family. Indian, African, or a Chinese, Syrian, French, Creole, or Portuguese. We blessed with a spirit fiery. Some people say God is a Trini. Sweet woman parade abundantly. Now the problem is plain to see. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of my country. Sweet, sweet TNT. There's no place on earth I'd rather be. Sweet, sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of my country. Sweet, sweet TNT. All this sugar can be good for me. Westmore into Luxy Road. From Sando to Mayor Road.
Just got better. You're locked into Net Radio Breakfast Show. Clear the day with the
No
best
place in this
music
world I'd
and
rather
talk.
be. Sweet TNT. Oh, how I love of
Oh, how we love up we country. Oh, how we love up sweet TNT. As you get ready to celebrate 64 years of independence, people. 1962, it all started for us. 64 years on, how well you feel? I want to say a very special good morning, especially to all our diaspora people, all you Trinis who are all across the globe. Yeah, you know yourself, you know where you are, and I know you guys and ladies love up all your country, especially that you're here on Net Radio. That shows how much you love up your country, because you're always interested in what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. You know yourselves, many of you on the outside here today, and I know in some areas you were looking forward to your parades and your celebrations. Even though you can't have the parade, I'm still hoping that you guys will have the celebrations. Actually, I'm sure you guys will in your spaces. I'm sure that they will. So everybody, welcome inside the second hour of the breakfast show. Right here on Net Radio, taking you above and beyond excellence. 16 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. Remember, the breakfast show is heard Monday to Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. We're here on the net. Wendell, Stephen, Richard Ragobar singer, and of course yours truly, Sir Charles. We keep you company, and you get it all in between here. News, views, interviews, good talk, old talk, talk. I mean, you get it all. Yeah, you get it all. Good morning to the folks on Gael Caribbean TV. Okay, Carol and the team. Yeah, good day to you. Just to remind you people, as we go into the weekend and the holiday weekend, remember you can listen to us all day and every day at netradiott.com. That's NETT-RadioTT.com. And that way you're able to listen to the fantastic program that we have when we are not on the social media feeds or the TV. We play music. We still have a whole lot of other programs that happen throughout the day. So you can come across and join us on our website or on our many streaming platforms. We stream on like about 4 or 5 different platforms. So if you are on a Radio Garden, Online Radio Box, Simple Radio, MyTuner, or Tune In, yeah, we stream on all of those platforms. Just put in Net Radio Trinidad, and you'll be able to find us, and you can listen to us on your platform. But of course, we'd really appreciate if you come across to our platform at netradiott.com. Of course, like, subscribe, follow all our social media pages. They are also at Net Radio Trinidad, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and WhatsApp. Just put in those words, Net Radio Trinidad, and you'll find us. Please go and support the channel. And of course, like, subscribe, follow the channel. I need you guys to follow TikTok for me. So over the weekend, see if you can make a trip to our TikTok page, Net Radio Trinidad, and just follow us. That's all I need to do. Just follow. I'm trying to increase the numbers there. Right? So all of you listening, make a trip across the TikTok. All right, do it now. Now. So, Paul, this morning, do you think that pastors should fly by jet or ride donkeys in 2026? What do you think? In 2026, do you think pastors should be in jets, private jets, or moving around on a donkey? If you're saying yes, you're voting one, and if you're saying no, no jet, you're voting two. When we come back, we'll tell you how you're voting. All right, but let me say good morning to the folks out there in Enterprise, because we're coming your way tomorrow. Big Bear Bar. Yeah. Looking out for that karaoke. If you feel you can sing or just feel like hanging out with your friends, well then, the Big Bear Bar, Johnson Street and Southern Main Road Enterprise presents their Karaoke Saturdays each and every Saturday. Come and enjoy the fun. Bring your crew. It's live DJ music and sweet karaoke every Saturday. And this Saturday, Net Radio will be there to bring you the action live from 8 p.m. with DJ Jeremiah, Mr. Lover Lover. Come and enjoy the time of your life at the Big Bear Bar, Karaoke Saturdays, Johnson Street and Southern Main Road Enterprise, opposite Tropical Angel Hop Spaniard. And remember, Net Radio will be there live.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
What do we all want for Trinidad and Tobago? Safer communities, greater opportunities, and a better future. Join Denise Deming every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on NETT Radio for Common Ground TNT. Each week, respected guests tackle the issues affecting our nation, from crime and education to healthcare, the economy, and good governance. Common Ground TNT, finding solutions through conversation. Tuesdays at 11 a.m. on NETT Radio, Net Radio.
Flavor Entertainment Services, your one-stop premium entertainment service provider. We offer top-tier, best-in-class karaoke and DJ services for your private events, sports bars and lounge. Let us help make your birthday parties, weddings, anniversaries, and corporate special events memorable and special. Call us now at 462-2029. We provide more than just music. We create memories that last.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Hi, I am Sophia. I am 6 years old and the world's youngest detective. This is my dog Bruno. You can follow my adventures in my 5-book series. This is the author of my book series. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Sophia.
So now you know about me, Sophia, the little detective. You can get all my books on Amazon. Hope you enjoy them.
Sophia, the Little Detective book series, for curious little minds who ask why, how, and what if. Now available on Amazon.
All right, people, welcome back. Yeah, the second hour. I look at the time, 24 minutes past the hour of 7 o'clock. Wait, now, how did that time reach up there already, boy? Hello, sometime in between your road. That's because them guys are really talking into the news time. All right, okay. Watch out.
That's
easy.
what we do.
Gosh, boy, But yeah, we are here. We are back on the inside. We're happy to be here with you this morning. Yeah.
It's your day, people. So I mean, you could call in and the poll, of course, was done with having a light Friday in mind, right? But it completely slipped me that it was last day before Independence Day. You know what I mean? But so our apologies. But but you saw because we want to do an extensive program on that prosperity gospel thing that people preach and so on. Because for some people it works, but for a lot of people it does not. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a program on that. We're probably gonna have a pastor. Maybe we're gonna try to get Clive Dutton or somebody who is amenable to talking. You understand?
Yeah, man, we can
We could
actually
we'll work on that.
the Catholic priest that we talked with the other day.
Who's that?
The Catholic guy that we spoke with.
Robert Chris. So
Right.
he may not want to deal with that, I mean, you have to get a pastor, not a priest. You understand? Because priests have a kind of rigid how I should put it, structure. Priests in the Anglican church, priests in the Catholic church, they decide what their sermon going to be long before thing. Pastors in large measure go before congregation and talk off the cuff. You understand?
Okay,
Depends on what moved them that day. You know what I mean?
So priests behave in a particular way and pastors behave in a different way.
Yeah, that's my experience. People may not agree with that, but that's my experience. That priests kind of have a rigid structure in terms of how they do their homily, their prayers, their word. You know what I mean? The collection. They have a kind of structure.
Have a kind of
to me
reverence kind of thing about it.
Yeah, in for priests, Catholic and Anglicans are it. But Pentecostal churches, you never know where it's gonna go. When you go to a Pentecostal or full gospel church, you never know what the topic is gonna be that day or how the program will run. There's no program in those in Pentecostal and full gospel church. At least not as far as I'm aware.
Or what magic you might see in the church while you're there.
So when a pastor could get up in front of a church and say, one of my chandeliers more expensive than your home and I have 20. He couldn't possibly have planned to say that.
Yeah. Well,
but the media, international media, does be on them. You understand?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's behind them all the time. So, priest and pastor, two different behavior. Check this out.
Now, where in the Bible you see that, Sir Charles?
Actually, nowhere.
That, and you know what they will say? You know what they will give that as an excuse, as the spirit moving there.
Yeah, the spirit is inside of you.
A spirit will tell you run across the benches in the church or stand up on the pulpit.
Wow.
These people, I mean, I don't like to. I shouldn't be judging anybody. We shouldn't be judging anybody. You understand? But just take example from some of these people who are supposed to be preaching and trying to convert you to come, give up, change your life for wrong, because that's the whole idea behind it. You know what I mean? Change your life and serve God. Nothing wrong with that. But when you go to those lengths and that those kind of ridiculousness,
it really makes it.
How could that be right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So our morning poll. Go ahead, Wendell.
Do you think pastors should be using a donkey instead of flying a jet? Because their excuse for using a jet, and they're not buying it, is the people in the church buying it. Their money buying it. And they are living in these mansions and so on, and they are okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so do you think it's a light poll today, people? So don't get all your panties, your underwear in breeches and switches this one. Don't take nothing personally, right?
Right. But, so people, we can also take your calls now. 2811-315-299-515-6. All right, and of course you can tell us what you think on the morning poll. And of course today is also Friday, so you get to talk about things that you want to talk about. So we're doing both of them one time, right? Any which way you
Yeah.
take it. All right, let's go, caller. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning. Why I know
Unfortunately,
that you would have been the first caller, boy.
oh yes, once you there are certain topics, once you touch on Wendell, I am going to be front, according to Virginia, front and center, right? And unfortunately, my boxers are already in a bunch this morning,
For what?
right? Let me start at the beginning. There's a reason why the church focuses on certain animals, sheep, donkeys, and why they want to have you born again. They want to have you as a baby. And I'm sure you could figure out the simile with all of them already. They want to have you dumb like an ox. An ox is another animal that they use in the Bible, a reference animal they use in the Bible. There's a reason they use those, they choose those animals. Because they like dumb people, like Donald Trump. They like the illiterate, right? But to answer your question directly, and I would use that to say this, Richard was absolutely correct just now when he said what he said. Mental illness is real, and you take it in a wrong direction. Richard knew what he was talking about. People have to be mentally ill. You're saying something, Sir Charles?
No, you go ahead, Lincoln.
People have to be mentally ill to go to a church and this man flaunting money in front of all your face and all your clapping, yeah, and giving him more money. People have to be mentally ill. People have to be mentally ill that in the middle of a pandemic where people was dying and people wasn't getting food and people wasn't getting was losing their jobs. A pastor stand up in a podium and say, still pay your tithes because God need your money. And they pay their money thing. People have to be mentally ill.
When you say people, you mean like the people who were paying the tithes or the pastors themselves? Who do you feel is the
people who are paying the tithes have to be mentally ill. We are the problem, not and I will answer that question now by saying this. The pastor right for flying in a plane because they have a saying, if you get a J8 to ride, a donkey, let me say the right way, the radio friendly way. If you get a donkey to ride it. And these people are mules. I wouldn't even call them donkeys, mules. And they right for riding them and taking every penny from them and riding and flying in the jet. They're absolutely correct.
All right. Okay, no problem. Thanks very much.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that's probably good.
Churches, people who are how are supposed to put it, following the teachings of Jesus Christ, whatever religion you want to follow, have to be focused more on just doing good, helping people. How you could be, as Lincoln said, or any flaunting your wealth when there are people who are homeless, hungry. They put out, if you had shown the rest of that video, they put out a reporter out of the church, the men held on to a woman, and she's saying, take your hands off of me. They hold the woman and move her out of the church because she dare question the pastor, How could that be right?
Yeah. Hold 1 minute there, Wendell. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Wendell and Richard, or wherever Richard is. I voted one. And I wish those pastors not only buy $1 million jets, but gold-plated, real gold and diamond crusted jets. And the house, not mansion, bigger mansion. If it could get any wood bigger than mansion, they could live in that. I love what those pastors are doing. One they do is buying money. right? Once they do it with my money, because I was at odds for years in the church because this side doctrine is not biblical. And they chastise me faith, right? So, if people want to be gullible or deceived, let them be deceived. So pastors do all of it, and when you wouldn't get Pastor Dutton because the Adventist church does subscribe to the views that all the pastors take the money and build houses and so there's gas salary. You more get Pentecostal pastors if you're looking for a pastor, because he will tell you that. So let me save it. The Dutton. Go to a Pentecostal pastor, you more get them who will handle all the money and do what they want with the money. Right? The Adventists run similar to the Catholic Church. Right? But what I'm saying is, if you compare your scriptures with what is taking place now, you can't find any scripture. Right? You're sure video they're running on bench. I see some ridiculous things, Sir Charles, coming out of Africa and these places where I can't mention so many things on the program this morning. But it's ridiculous, right? And people sit down right there and allowing these shallots, these so-called pastors to do it to them. Ridiculous. It's so violent, foul. You don't see nothing. If you're going I've never been to America. If you're going to striptease by in America, women dancing naked, they have more reverence to what some of these things I see on YouTube with these pastors. So understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
I can't mention on the program. These people are so violent, sick, and nasty. You understand? And they going through. So if persons want to be deceived and want to give with their money and in the name of some Lord and do what they want to, that's their problem. But don't come to me. Don't see me in the road when they don't give these people their money. I'm a fact, Wendell, they're going so far that some churches or a particular church will tell you if the child is dying, they forbidden to give that child of the blood to save the child's life. And other churches will tell you can't touch the child if a child is dying or hungry. The child is the Lord, so don't take the child and give the parents, don't take the child and to save it from the landlord training you or pay bills to remain in darkness or something, or to save a child life. They because the child is holy unto the Lord. And that is not biblical. You understand? So it's the same equivalent like the blood, the child. Right? And they will criticize the blood. The people who do that, they call nobody name. They will criticize the people who tell you don't give the blood. The same people who will tell you don't take the child and do what you want with it, they will criticize the people who do give the blood. But when I go on. There's a bunch.
It is a wide-ranging topic, and it could get very combative, passionate,
and very emotional.
Yeah, because I have no doubt that there are several pastors out there who are doing fine, who are genuine, who
Like
preaching the word and who are doing good for people, But there are too many like what we see just now there. Too many like that.
Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning.
Mr. Grant.
Good morning, caller. Go ahead.
Morning. Yeah, this is Mr. Billy, not Mr. Grant.
Hi, Mr. Billy.
Good morning. Yes, I want to vote on yes, vote one. I vote one. And I hear the whole the preamble. I vote one, right? But my substantive contribution this morning, I want to say happy independence to Net Radio. You all doing a wonderful job. 64 years we celebrating, and I just hope the parade and everything goes very nice. I will be outside there. As we say, we outside, and I'm concerned though about the parking. And I want to make a clarion call this morning to the mayor of Port of Spain, Wendell. Maybe you could help us there to make some places around Port of Spain available for parking, because I know they have a lot of restrictions with the cricket coming up just a few hours after the parade now. And a lot of people coming from South. I have some friends from the Army who's coming all the way from San Fernando. And I mean, they're coming into Port of Spain. And to know that, you should make places available for parking, man. It shouldn't just say, well, the record will be out, I don't think it's good for the independence gift to the citizens. So I could make a client call to the mayor to use a soft approach and see if he can do something. And maybe we're not encourage people who parking in front of people's gateway and these kind of ridiculous behavior. But at least let the people and them have a good independence and have good cricket.
Mr. Billy, you are old serviceman. You know very well the mayor has no control over the TTPS and Wrecking. You know that. My problem with the mayor is that he took that frontal approach for reintroducing Wrecking. But once he did that, the horse bolted, with the TTPS, It is the TTPS who is doing the Wrecking. It's not even city police officers.
But I wish you could have some kind of, alternate arrangements made so that people can have a place, an area to park. Thank you very much for that advice.
All right.
God bless you.
The only thing the mayor could do, and that's weather permitting, allow people to park for a fee in Mandela Park. Former mayors did that. Mayor Murchison Brown did that. What is his name who took over after him? Louis Lee Singh said no. As a matter of fact, it was Louis Lee Singh who introduced Wrecking in the city. You understand? That's why when I tell people he's the worst mayor ever passed through the city, they don't like it. But he is the worst. He introduced that Wrecking and he banned all the use of Mandela Park for that. Right? But Mayor Timke reintroduced it. You understand? Even Mayor Martinez, at one point in time, allowed Mandela Park to be used for parking depending on the activity. Once the weather is good, that was allowed. Because that is the only space the mayor of the city council has control over, and he large space in the city. Right? But
anyhow,
I don't know. I don't know if this mayor will do it, if weather permitting, if he will allow it to happen. You understand? And let the city police take charge.
With all the amount of people that coming in, there should be some spaces where people can park their vehicles, right? I can't blame the mayor for the Wrecking. I blame him for reintroducing it and at least taking the front and making the announcement. Well, that's just as bad.
But, true, And I told him that. I said, you'll regret that, Because if you have people blaming himself, there's the TTPS doing that.
Anyhow, this is the morning poll caller. We coming to you now. So as we close off the poll part of it, and you continue to take your calls and all the other things. Results of the poll, Wendell, give it to them.
Yep. Do you think pastors should fly by jet, as some of them boasting, instead of using a donkey? 25% of you said yes. 75% said no. Right? 25% said yes, 75% said no. All right. Yeah, let me tell you something. When I went back into council in 2013, is when I met Wrecking, because it was introduced for the first time in the 3 years prior when Mayor Lee Singh was the mayor. When I went in there, I was quarreling about Wrecking, and I was out of council. When I went back, I championed the cause. Wrecking has to stop. And Mayor Timke relented, other members of council supported, and Wrecking was stopped under Mayor Timke. The Port of Spain Corporation purchased 2 brand new wreckers, painted them red and green, and we would use that in the event people blocking driveways or parking on pavements. That's how it happened. Mayor Timke went out of office. Karen Valentine was mayor for, I think, the last year. He attempted to reintroduce it. Wrecking is a hustle. Okay?
All right, hold 1 minute there, Wendell. Caller, good morning.
Sir Charles.
Hi, Dabadi.
My hand hurting me from holding my phone.
I know. So much to do on the inside here, girl.
Oh, God. Morning, Wendell.
Morning.
So I was saying vote on the poll. I didn't get a vote earlier one, but I will vote one
Mm-hmm.
because the pastors are already using donkeys for financing the jet.
Oh Lord,
So why
eh,
should we stop?
eh,
What I'm saying.
eh.
Right? So it's not one mental now, they just like what it is
You're
a
just as
mule.
bad as Lincoln.
Just well, what I will why will I not use a jet when I get the fools to finance it? Why should I? All the prayers I prayed. Who's I praying for you? I praying for thing to happen. That's like the other one I showed where the man jumping from what you call it pew to pew to pew. That was for people to put more money. It is a show, you know. All of them is a show.
Well, not all of
Anyway,
them, right? Some of them.
I want to speak about yesterday's press conference about Penny and PNM, sorry, about the PNM. And what Miss Penny said still ain't really solve the problem to me. All what she said is a process. But if there is a process, why was the process used after Mr. Manning sent the very first letter? If there's a process, why did it take 3 letters according to reports? I don't know, I just reading what I read. According to reports, why did it take 3 letters before they start and rile up the whole country before they took action? Why? So Ms. Penny, we know we know a process in everything we do. There is a process, but your process does come before that process, doing nothing. So I want to see what will be the outcome of it. I find I keep nothing going to happen after this. And what she said is just to quiet people. And everybody say take your evidence to the police. Whatever evidence you have against people, take it to the police. Well, we all know that as well, because up to now the Prime Minister cannot take any evidence that she had against 2 independent senators to the police. So that is a no-no. That ain't happening. Right, Mr. So I want to wish everybody a happy Independence Day. 64 years is a young time, you know, we can't have everything. We say reach 75. So 64 is a young nation still. Just that we want everything one time. And we are the problem to it because we causing things not to happen because of our deeds and our way. So if we change our attitudes and change our ways, we may well get what we want. And if we encouraging stopping this to happen, not the politicians, is we. So Sir Charles,
Yeah. Okay, no problem.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you very much.
You know, I can't join the chorus in blaming the congregation.
Yeah,
Hear
you
what?
can't.
Because people go to church for all different manner of reasons, right? And they go genuinely expecting that this is a place of worship and this is a place that could transform their lives, change their lives, however they wish for their life to be changed, right? Because some people go for all manner of reasons, as I say. So they go there with the best intention. It is some of these pastors, right? And especially the ones who you saw just now, we showed, who take advantage of people. They take advantage of people who are weak, who are looking for salvation in any manner of ways. So I can't say that I'm blaming the congregation, because if you are, though, get up and walk out. I did that in a church already. You know, I didn't like what I was hearing, and this homophobic thing a pastor was preaching in the morning. And I say, but if there are people inside that they're battling with their sexuality and whatnot, and you said, that's what you want to hear? I got up and I walked out. I said, no, this. I tell my wife, sorry, I can't stay here. I get up and I leave.
Yeah,
You understand?
that is the thing, because you see a lot of people are searching for something, and nobody knows exactly where that something is. You know, so they are searching for it. So if they come across something that sounds good, look like we watch social media right now. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and I tell her, I said, look, I feel like I get in the cold, you know. I see so and so try this to go work. But the amount of different remedies, everybody putting up something now. Everybody's a herbalist. Everybody, and people just going along with all these different things because you know what? They just don't know. So it really kind of difficult to really, you're right, you can't blame the people on them if they believe in the message that they are hearing and they go along with it genuinely believing that the God that they want to serve is um, it's allowing them to be able to contribute and they will get rewards in the at the end of it all. If this is their genuine feeling, you can't blame them.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. I
Morning.
want to start by saying you see exactly how what Dabadi said. That is how I voted. That's how I interpreted. You already have a lot of donkeys following you. You know, from my perspective, and I'll give you my life experience. As a child, I was always skeptical in Sunday school. Going to a Methodist church on Belmont Street. I never embraced any religion. I don't know why, but as I grew older and I understood the history of the African man, that sense became even stronger in me. And even though I'm from a strong religious family, they respect the fact that I, at a certain age, stopped going to church. Once it was up to me, I stopped going to church. So my body is my temple. I am more spiritual than religious, you know. And it has worked for me somehow, you know. I respect people's religion all along the way. I even recall when I was working in San Fernando, the health educator approached me a day and he told me, say, no, I have some priests who have been assigned to me to give them a sense of normal life as they were in the seminary or something like that. I can't recall whether they were Catholic or Anglican, but he sort of put them in my hands. There were about 4 or 5 of them. And they were from not all Trinidadians. They had a solution there, I think, Dominican also. And I would take them out in the town in San Fernando and carry them into some unusual places and tell them about some unusual aspects of life that I was exposed to. Not that I participated in it, but I was aware of it. So I tell them about prostitution and a lot of vile things. And they were kind of surprised, you know. I would look at them how they were kind of amazed at some of what I was telling them that would take place on the streets. You know, eventually he got back to me and he told me, well, look, one had dropped out. One was a heavy cigarette smoker. One had dropped out because he was an engineer who was becoming a priest. You know, but those sorts of things gave me a different perspective on pastors and religion and that sort of thing. And I would end my contribution on this aspect by saying that I recall when I went for marriage counseling at the Anglican Church, and there was this white priest, you know, a Caucasian fella speaking to us about different aspects of marriage. And some of the questions he would ask, I would look at my spouse, well, we weren't married yet, and look at her and we would smile because we had discussed a lot of those things before. You know, and I remember telling her, I said, you know, I have my biases, but at the end of this presentation, I must go and shake this fella's hand because he had raised quite a lot of salient points about marriage that we had already discussed. And I remember shaking his hand and telling him thanks and what have you, you know. And even though I was pretty young, I think I was mature enough to understand what he was saying. So I see the value of religion and things, but that type of what should I say? Vile behavior by pastors. You know it. I tend to shake my head when I look at that and I say, well, why these people are so gullible to be following these things blindly, you know? But that is my on that. Before I go, I want to ask Wendell a question and then probably make a statement on it. How long does a constituency executive serve the PNM presently?
Every 2 years. 2 years, their constituency. If I stand corrected, but I think it's 2 years you're elected to serve for.
All right. No, I don't know
The
the situation.
constituency executive, that is 2 years.
My question is this. The UNC has not been in office for 2 years yet.
Mm-hmm.
It mean that the CPEP contracts that Mr. Manning was referring to, in terms of illegality and who make money and what have you, they would have existed at least prior to the election.
Yes.
And from that perspective, I would believe that as somebody working in the Minister of Finance, he should have been aware or may have been aware of what he is talking about now. And the question that comes to my mind is, but if you knew about these things when you were a minister in the Ministry of Finance, serving under the same executive, why wasn't it raised then, even privately within the party, to say, well, look, I'm aware of this taking place in my constituency, and these constituency executive members are exploiting the situation or something like that. Why is it only this matter was raised now? So from my perspective, I believe that is a legitimate question for the present political leader of the PNM to ask him to bring forward the evidence, because
I subscribe to everything you're saying there.
It appears as though the issue is bigger than that. It might more be a conflict within the constituency, which from my experience of working in local government and understanding the mechanism of politics and some of the nepotisms that take place, to me is a bigger issue. And I am not one who will just look at that and say, well, look, because he's Mr. Manning's son, I will ride with him and he's correct and what have you. He has to answer some questions to answer also. And I think that what the political leader has raised there is quite legitimate. And I would look at it and see, well, where this goes, But I like to be objective. I don't like to just jump on a bandwagon and say, well, look, he right or he wrong, or I think it's more an issue of leadership and people not liking Miss Beckles and going at her because they're not satisfied with her as a leader, So
Yeah.
I leave it there.
Yeah. I heard Ms. Beckles' response to that. And I think she's absolutely correct in that her response was, if these are allegations of corruption, wrongdoing, criminal activity, then the place to take that is to the police. Not that you can't bring it to the party's attention, because the party will have its internal mechanisms to deal with certain issues, right? For instance, if a constituency executive is found to be involved in criminal activity, well, then there shouldn't be a constituency executive, right? But that's for the party to deal with internally. But if you have evidence and of actual criminal activity, regardless if it happened under your government, because we had Ramesh Maharaj and all of them accusing the Pandey administration of corruption. They were part of the same party. So nothing wrong with if you're a party member raising issues of criminality within your own party. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But there's a place for that. When it happened in previous government, they took it to the right place. So if that's the case, if you have not done that and you only bring it to the party, what can Ms. Beckles do? She can't go to the police. If you bring in the allegation, you understand? Deal with it there. So that's why I thought that Mr. Manning mishandled that, because if I don't care, as I say, regardless of when it happened, right? But what can the party do if that is what you're bringing forward without evidence? The party can't do anything about that, right? So I didn't understand that part. But let's hope they deal with that at some point in time. Maybe Mr. Manning has regrets this morning in terms of how he handled that situation, or maybe he has an agenda. I don't know. I will never know.
All right, caller, you'll be final call as we go to news, so go ahead.
Yeah. Thank God I get you. Hey, before anyone tell me. Yeah, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Yeah, so Richard, Charles, and Wendell, the three Musketeers, first to begin, happy independence. Well, when I do some medical again, you know me, right now I'm fighting up with the health thing. Okay, brother?
Yeah.
Or
Keep
spiritual.
fighting. Keep fighting.
Yeah, keep
But
fighting.
listen now, well, we know, as I sit as secretary in my party for 11 years, I've seen all kind of allegations come to PNM. I see people come up, form a party group under Eric Williams, and they attack Miss Elder and say she thief money, he's secretary, and all these kind of things. You understand? And what Mr. Manon doing, I like his father, but he can't be like his father. Because if you win a constitution by 5,000, you come and reach to 500, something wrong with your work ethics. And Mr. Alexis, they are searched for the father. And to accuse her now, all these things that she have more CPEP gang than he, something wrong with that. He supposed was to get back to the constituency. Well, you know that, Wendell, and talk to the executive. Because we went through that, the people in Port of South. You understand? We know that because it's 43 years, 41 years I ride there in all of it. Ronnie Williams, I could talk from my experiences. I just sit down and watch and listen to everybody. Himself, when you make a little mistake, people are against you. You understand? You do wrong thing, right? You had a little problem, but it didn't reach the way he do there. You stand up for your thing. You said openly. The man in Dego Martin don't like you when he was to go for all the man. And I was behind you because you was a hard worker. You understand? Clark and all them fellas and them, look what they do. Right? They join up with Louis Lissing when we had to go down for a spin. So he never come to a meeting when Marlene called him for a meeting with the council, with Aisha Wells and them in 2010 all around that time. He refused. When we went down in meeting thing, he said he don't know who is the other person. I was down there was a blazer, you know. Because I know Louis walk around some push when he used to go by his wife. Right?
Okay.
Yeah, but you say, but you don't know how you could be councillor, the mayor for Porters. So, Sergeant,
Yeah,
all
I
the
pressed the wrong
fellas used to be there.
Yeah.
So all of them, right now, I wish I only so I can walk about as I want to. But anyhow, happy independence, all the best. I will try and come down by Ram Gongs and drink a beer if I come in town.
Yeah. But if you're taking medication, don't go and drink no rum, eh?
Nah, don't drink rum.
All right, okay. Thank you very much.
Mr. Grant is a beer drinker.
Same alcohol. Same alcohol.
No, that's not the same alcohol. Trust me, that's not the same alcohol.
Anyhow, as we go to the news at 8 o'clock, sorry about that. In trying to change the scene, I pressed the wrong thing also. I just want to touch on this particular thing. Are we talking about? I won't really, as some persons tend to want to do come down, and sometimes they've been insult persons who give from what they have as genuine faith. I mean, but neither will I automatically observe the person who receives from their responsibility and not having integrity. And I think the bigger picture is that we have a lot of people outside here who have no integrity, using the word of God and the name of God as a business to fleece people. We have a lot of unscrupulous individuals outside here. We have a lot of Satans walking around calling God, and some of those pastors are just like that. I'll even add right there for now.
That's
right?
a good time to. That's a good segue to go to the news.
All right.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now on Net Radio and Guile TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. This year's Independence Day fireworks displays in Port of Spain and San Fernando will be completely silent, as officials seek to reduce noise and its impact on people and pets. The Ministry of Culture says the displays will feature choreographed silent pyrotechnics alongside a drone presentation. The celebrations will also include a cultural procession featuring steel pan, tassa, drumming, dancers, and traditional carnival characters. A cultural showcase at the Queen's Park Savannah will feature calypso, soca, chutney, folk, theatrical, and other performances under the theme One Service, One People, One Story. The Independence Parade will also follow a modified route due to its relocation closer to President's House. Police say comprehensive security measures will be in place, while parking at the Savannah will be prohibited throughout Independence Day. TSTT and B-Mobile customers across Trinidad and Tobago experienced service disruptions yesterday after fiber infrastructure was damaged at 3 locations along the east-west corridor. Public Utilities Minister Barry Paterath said the breaks occurred around 6 a.m. and technicians were dispatched to assess the damage. Paterath said TSTT was investigating whether the fiber was damaged through vandalism, but cautioned against speculation. Services were restored later in the day, although repair crews continued monitoring the network. The disruption also affected several businesses and government services, including licensing division operations, the Children's Authority's hotlines, First Citizens Call Center, and Caribbean Airlines jetpack services. TSTT apologized for the inconvenience and thanked customers for their patience. Tobago Chief Secretary Farley Augustine has criticized the Division of Education over delays in repairing schools ahead of the new academic term. Augustine said he had to chastise officials over the slow pace of the program, noting that $13.7 million of the $20 million budget had already been released for works identified since May. Education Secretary Orlando Kerr said repairs would continue during the first term, including on weekends and after school. However, Augustine said he had instructed Kerr to meet with TTUTA and inspect schools across Tobago to ensure they are ready to reopen on September 7. The Chief Secretary also criticized wider inefficiencies within the Tobago House of Assembly, particularly delays in procurement. He said there was enough blame to go around and warned that procurement rules could not be used as an excuse for failing to deliver services on time. Augustine said his team will undergo a performance assessment in November and indicated that changes could be made if necessary. Former Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzalez is alleging that WASA increased fees for inspections and approvals by between 100 and 700% from July 1st. Gonzalez claims the fee for multifamily residential units rose from $150 to $1,200, while commercial fees increased from $200 to $1,500. He said industrial fees rose from $450 to $1,800 per floor. He also alleged increases for swimming pool applications, with residential fees rising from $500 to $1,800 and commercial fees from $1,000 to $2,000. Gonzalez accused WASA and the Ministry of Public Utilities of failing to properly notify or consult stakeholders and questioned why WASA's website still lists the older fees. He called for the resignation of Minister Barry Paterath and the removal of WASA's board and executive management. Police are appealing for the public's help in identifying 4 men whose bodies were found at separate locations in the Northeastern Division between September 2024 and January 2026. The first was a man believed to be in his 60s, found near the Churchill-Roosevelt Highway in Barataria in September 2024. A second man, believed to be named Sean Gooding, was found in Barataria in May 2025. A third, believed to be Ronald Richard, also known as Psycho, was found in the Malik River on December 31st. The fourth man, believed to be around 80 years old and known as Sam, was found in a shack near Maracas in January. Anyone with information is asked to contact police at 555 or 800-TIPS or the Northeastern Division. Finally, the death toll from catastrophic flooding along the Nepal-Tibet border has risen sharply, with hundreds still missing as rescue efforts continue. Nepalese authorities say 389 people have died and 910 are missing, including 517 foreign nationals. In Tibet, 3 people are confirmed dead and another 558 are missing. Families across several countries are desperately searching for relatives. Australia says at least 39 of its citizens are missing, while South African families are also awaiting news of loved ones who are on a Hindu pilgrimage. Meanwhile, rescuers face the threat of further flooding. Chinese authorities warn that a newly formed lake near the border could burst its banks within 3 days if heavy rainfall continues. Relief teams remain on alert as the search for survivors enters its second night. And that is Net Radio News. If you're leaving us at this time, do enjoy your weekend.
That was News Now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. Net Radio.
If you feel you can sing or just feel like hanging out with your friends, well then, the Big Bear Bar, Johnson Street and Southern Main Road Enterprise presents their Karaoke Saturdays each and every Saturday. Come and enjoy the fun. Bring your crew. It's live DJ music and sweet karaoke every Saturday. And this Saturday, Net Radio will be there to bring you the action live from 8 p.m. with DJ Jeremiah, Mr. Lover Lover. Come and enjoy the time of your life at the Big Bear Bar, Karaoke Saturdays, Johnson Street and Southern Main Road Enterprise, opposite Tropical Angel Hop Spaniard. And remember, Net Radio will be there live.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Flavor Entertainment Services, your one-stop premium entertainment service provider. We offer top-tier, best-in-class karaoke and DJ services for your private events, sports bars and lounge. Let us help make your birthday parties, weddings, anniversaries, and corporate special events memorable and special. Call us now at 462-2029. We provide more than just music. We create memories that last.
What do we all want for Trinidad and Tobago? Safer communities, greater opportunities, and a better future. Join Denise Deming every Tuesday at 11 a.m. on NETT Radio for Common Ground TNT. Each week, respected guests tackle the issues affecting our nation, from crime and education to healthcare, the economy, and good governance. Common Ground TNT, finding solutions through conversation. Tuesdays at 11 a.m. on NETT Radio, Net Radio.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Hi, I am Sophia. I am 6 years old and the world's youngest detective. This is my dog Bruno. You can follow my adventures in my 5-book series. This is the author of my book series. Hi, Richard.
Hi, Sophia.
So now you know about me, Sophia, the little detective. You can get all my books on Amazon. Hope you enjoy them.
Sophia, the Little Detective book series, for curious little minds who ask why, how, and what if. Now available on Amazon.
Okay, so, well, I'm back. And we are back here on Guile Caribbean TV and, of course, Net Radio inside of the 8 o'clock hour. It's 14 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock And well, see that everybody has could sort of fallen off the grid, but I'm sure they will join us back in between here in a little bit. Yeah, you know, as we go into the weekend, let me say good morning and let the folks in Enterprise know that we're coming to bring you a live broadcast of the karaoke from Big Bear Bar. So we look forward to that. That's you can look forward to that tomorrow. All right. Yeah, just something for you to look forward to. So for all our listeners, remember if you join us at netradiott.com tomorrow night from just at around 8 o'clock, you will be able to. Oh, okay. Hey, everybody come back in now. Right. You will be able to join us and listen to the karaoke that we will be bringing to you. So that is just something for you to look forward to over the weekend. Yeah. All right.
Also, so wait, so the net radio TT is going down to the bar to do the karaoke live,
Yeah, we're bringing it to the listeners live.
and this is at which bar?
Big Bear Bar.
Where's this?
Big Bear Bar Enterprise in Chaguanas.
Big Bear Bar, and that's Saturday.
Yeah, that's Saturday night. So we're bringing that to you live.
I studied whether to go and do some of my karaoke vocals.
But we know you're very capable, you know, Richard. We know you are very.
Oh, the shark has pretty teeth there.
I call to the tree, but they won't listen to me.
You see, all they have real capabilities. Let it flow, let it flow. I wonder if Corey in the country. Corey in the country? Pass and check me tomorrow. Let me go to my Big Bear and hang out a little bit. You know? Hey guys, I have a video to show you all, you know, and you also the robbery lady in Woodbrook yesterday, right?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
But and Ian Allen also posted up a picture of the guy, so I don't know why the police don't have that guy and the woman get back her money yet.
Yeah, I find that they're taking very, very long. Very, very
Very
long.
long. There's little dot of an island. People know who that is. Of course they know.
Yeah, you must know. You must know. But let me play the video for you guys. So this is the lady sitting down there. She wasn't even where the man take the bag, you know.
It's been alleged she had $40,000 in her bag.
Yeah.
It's not the allegation that she had $40,000 in the bag.
Yeah, but that's what we're hearing, that she had like 40,000. That's what people post up, you know, people just post up all kind of thing. Be it so or not. But but when you have your bags and stuff, you know, you have to, in the climate of where we are living, yeah, you have to be aware. Hold on to your bag, put it on your shoulder, put your hand through it or something. You know, she was totally unaware. The man take that. Is somebody had to tell her, look, that man go with your bag. She didn't even feel the man take the bag.
No. She was elsewhere. She was occupied looking elsewhere.
Yeah.
Or
She was having a conversation, I think, with somebody across. And maybe she had ordered food and was just waiting on the food.
Could be that. But people are, I mean, taking some chances now. Oh Lord, I don't know what to say now. I just don't know
But
what to say.
you know, after that video, I looked at some of the comments, and there's a way in Trinidad and Tobago that we is blame the victim.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than saying it is that SOB and get him, because we are not always 100% conscious and 100% studying, I am going to be robbed. We are not. We are incapable of that. And we shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to. be studying, oh, I have to clutch my bag, or I have to put my bag between my legs. We shouldn't have to be in that space. So rather than criticize the woman, criticize the SOB who grab a bag.
Richard, there are certain realities that you have to face, right? Especially in the climate that we already living in. Everybody is aware of the climate we are living in. And this is not a Trinidad thing alone. Because regardless of where you go, you need to be careful, especially with valuables. You need to be extra careful. You understand? And I agree that maybe she just had a moment of absent-mindedness at that point in time. But if the story is true that you had in your possession $40,000 of your hard-earned money, because $40,000 don't come easy for nobody. You understand? There is a responsibility on you to be even more mindful of the environment you're in, especially if you're in a
Yeah, but
public space.
Wendell, part of people can get absent-minded, and part of it too is sometimes when people have plenty money on them, they try to be casual about it. They try to make it not seem as if I have plenty money on me. That's how some people would move.
I hear that
Yes,
too.
that's how some people would move. But people are allowed to not be 100% on guard.
That's true. Also,
we allowed that. We are all not capable of being 100% on guard.
No, you are right. But at the end of it all, you have to recognize that where you are at, and even though yes, we would any one of
She's
us.
in a
would,
food court. She's
Yes.
in a food. That's not the one on Chagrid Road.
Yes.
That is not known for being a place that plenty robberies taking place.
That's true. That's true. I've never
Yeah,
heard of
It's not known for that.
Yeah, but no, but the thing about it, you have to recognize where you are, wherever it is. We are living in a space where crime is opportunity, and it seems that every time, or most times, an opportunity presents itself, there's a criminal waiting for you. How do you explain the fact that you're going
and that I'm saying, criticize the criminal. Don't come down on the woman, oh, you have $40,000 in your bag, why are you so careless? Oh, why are you so absent-minded? Why are you so stupid?
No, I agree with that.
On social media, that is what is going on with the woman, you know. Nobody talking about the guy, they're talking about the woman.
No, people talk about the man too.
And that is getting me aggravated. It's be like, aren't we allowed as human beings to relax and not have anything stolen from us?
Yeah, Richard, I'm agreeing with that because I mean, Lord knows I went through that same issue, except mine was with a gun. You understand? But maybe that person was followed wherever she would have gotten that money from.
That too.
Maybe she was followed, or somebody alerted them that lady had $40,000 or how much ever in her bag, and they were watching her obviously. Because look how easy he just went in there, grabbed that bag and gone.
Yeah, and especially as you said, if the place is a place not known for that kind of thing happening, a city sign saying, you know, even though it is not known for that kind of thing, you know, you still have to wonder, you know, and be careful. You have to be careful.
Nah, she gets set up.
Yeah.
She gets set up. That ain't no random robbery.
Yeah. And I understand what Richard is saying, and I agree. I agree with him. You understand? But as I said, because of how the thing is shifting in a particular way, it's not a matter of you criticizing her because she's careless. You're just saying to people, well, you just be a little more alert, be a little more aware.
Go find that video on Facebook and go and read the comments, Richard.
Yes,
I know the social media can be very cruel.
No, but it's cruel to the point where people start to politicize it. Like Rowley Children, they're from this area. That is what people just reach. That where people just reach now with everything, you know.
Yeah.
People reaching there now with everything, you know.
Yeah, but we are not saying that. You understand? So So people, let's take a couple of your calls. 281131529951556. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Mr. Charles. Morning, Wendell. Morning,
Morning,
Richard.
Paul. Good morning, Mr.
Richard,
Patrick.
we go meet up here today and we go drink a Heineken, boy. Cool yourself. Look at right, look.
So
Yeah,
we're going on the highway this hour in the morning. What is this?
Pan up road later, boy. Pan up road. When they going pan?
Yeah, more than likely I'll be in the pan in the borough, Mr. Patrick. That's what
Oh,
they
the
call
Arima
it,
pan
pan
is
by the
tonight.
dial. Pan by the dial.
Yeah,
Pan by the dial. Yeah.
yeah, that's tonight.
Yeah.
I want to call to wish myself
Pan
a
by
happy
the local
birthday.
Times Square. Pan by the local Times Square.
Yeah. The local, the dial. Pan by the dial. Yeah. I want to wish myself a happy birthday. Monday, boy. Right?
Hey, okay. Well,
Yeah.
happy birthday in advance, Mr. Patrick. Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. When I come up here, I want about 5 Heineken, right? Is that?
All right.
Oh, I listened to this whole fiasco with Manning and all of them fellas. How long Mr. Manning has them evidence, boy? How long? When
I don't. You asking me?
Yeah,
but,
we have no
but,
idea.
but it's something had been brewing for a little while. Because you're going to get up one morning and write this and that, and the political leader at that party too soft. She too weak. That lady too weak. It was Rowley or Patrick Manning. They made have pull them inside and deal with that one time. You understand? But that going on a little while. And nobody was dealing with it. That's why I don't know what
Well, the thing
make you
about
get
him,
vexed.
Mr. Patrick, I just mentioned, if the leader was Dr. Rowley or whatever is the case, and you are also asking how long, because they just say that information has been around a long time. Why it makes you wonder why it is that he didn't take that information to Dr. Rowley if he had it all that time.
Well, now I say, like it's some friends that's up there. No, I listened to something when Mr. Gonzalez was talking about these Wassa rates all you. Oh, you understand what you really said it?
I wish I could have turned. Hold on. I wish I could have turned around the camera. I wonder. Let us see this. This is a truck on the highway. What you see now? Turned over. What you see now?
Yeah. Sir Charles, answer the man.
Yeah. We just saw it.
When they disrespectful, why?
No, Mr. Patrick, I'm sorry, but I'm driving down the road and there's a truck turned over on the highway here.
Yeah,
So that's why I wanted them to see.
Yeah, because we don't miss it right by the time we are thing. But we understand that. But go ahead, Mr. Patrick.
Yeah. All this was rates and things rates and people by property rates and this rates and so therefore if you now applying for a connection, you have to pay how much? Nearly 2,000?
Yeah, well, I suppose it all depends on the classification.
So just so and nobody went into the parliament and discussed something, right? With the RIC and all this, right? With the RIC and all this who talk about Wassa rates and key and tech and what them is? I ain't hear nothing about these people.
You know, that is a very interesting question, you know, Mr. Patrick. Isn't it the RIC that has to authorize those increases? I mean, ultimately, the parliament has to agree to it, I guess, or cabinet. But the RIC is the one in charge of utility rates.
Rates increases. With these people is, and now with the pastor and them, one text of scripture when they Richard and Sir Charles, the wise shall live off of the fool.
Which part of the scripture is that?
That's the Bible. The wise
That's
shall live off of the fool.
That's on Proverbs-ish.
And another text, I'll go to this one. Some people preach the gospel for gain. And for filthy lucre. Gain. It's a man who church to make money. I know people so. I know
Well,
people who
well, Mr. Patrick, they give it a name to, prosperity gospel, not so?
mm-hmm. Well, yeah, so I see it.
They give it a name. They give it a name.
What a man want with 4 jet, boy? 4 jet and 4 Rolls Royce and you want a love offering for your wife and you want a wife offering for his daughter and all that. What them want to
I mean,
that?
you need it.
Oh,
But Mr. Patrick, you're fast.
no,
There are a lot of souls to save, There's a lot of souls to save, and
no.
some of those souls to save involve flying.
Right. You know, throughout the scripture, if people read the Bible, Jesus rebuked them people strongly. Jesus went in a temple and see them people selling things and mash up the temple. You understand? So I want people not to think Christianity is about making money and robbing people. Christianity is about saving souls that go into hell, that come like me. You understand?
Yeah, but Jesus is also the one who stand up. Jesus was also the one who stand up in front of Mary Magdalene and say, "You without sin cast the first stone." But plenty of all your Christians like to cast plenty stones. Plenty of all your Christians like to cast plenty stones and cast plenty judgment. Judgment is mine, said the Lord. No, judgment is mine, said the Lord. But He sent plenty on the planet to judge, apparently. Because plenty of those Christians like to judge. And let me not say Christians alone. Plenty of the religious people like to judge.
And you number one.
No, I don't judge nobody.
Oh, God. Mr. Patrick, thank you very much.
Have a pleasant independence, everybody. Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, and enjoy it.
We're having a big line in Brooklyn today or tomorrow. I know. Right?
And enjoy your birthday, Mr. Patrick. Enjoy your birthday, right?
Yeah, I think the Arima line is this weekend.
It's today.
It's today.
Oh, you mean in Brooklyn?
No, I mean in Brooklyn.
All right. You missing it this year?
No. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I went to Brooklyn.
Caller, good morning to you.
Good morning, gentlemen. Interesting.
Morning.
You see that thing on that video? So I share with you. I'm on a chat with my batches and them, and many of them expressed the view that Mr. Raghubatin positive. But I would say the thing about it is that not because I was in law enforcement, but my wallet has been my front pocket. That years now. I had an unfortunate experience back in my fetting days. And the drama to get back everything else, that never happened to me. My crossbody bag will be tight in the front of my chest. Like if I'm pregnant with a 1 pound baby.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I just move. Because, and listen, if I don't do any transaction with respect to cash over a certain amount, I just go and line up and pay for a manager's check to get it. And if I do anything with anybody and they want above a certain amount and they're asking for cash, I can't do a transaction because I believe in manager's check. So if you want to do business with me, that's how you're going to get your money. Sorry. And that is because of the environment we live in. And like I said to my colleagues, I said, listen, I'm not shaming the lady, but in the environment at Trinidad and Tobago, how we live in, you had to be on a swivel at all times, unfortunately. And then too, it's hard on cash you're talking about. You ain't just going to pick that up somewhere and so on. And there's always these locals and people looking around for the person who is unguarded. So you always have to be on a swivel with that. But two things I wanted to touch for you guys, as you may wish to the financial people into for discussion going forward. So I would have read an article from the Independent yesterday where the British government is advising its citizens to stockpile food. And the reason why they're doing that is because two things. In the first quarter of next year, there is expected to be food shortages going forward because of the lack of fertilizer coming out to the Straits of Hormuz, not just the oil and gas alone. And because fertilizers will not be getting to farmers in time to really have planting season as we expected And being a major importer of food, that will directly affect us. And what they also put into was the repeated heat waves they're having too, has also affected their ability to produce food, right? And the other thing that they clued into is the rise of the purchasing and consumer power of retired persons. One, because less younger people are getting into the job market with sustainable jobs. So it means that retired persons who are on fixed incomes is who they are depending on to spend their money. You understand? So you think about it, you would have spent your working life working all the time, and now it is being looked upon that your money will be a main driver of the economy. That's concerning. And the final thing I want to tell you, you know that video with the thing in Nepal. So what is coming out now is that because of heat waves in the Himalayas, a glacier would have been dislodged, right? And what they said, what was registered as the 4.6 earthquake was the effect of the glacier and the rock slide beginning. You understand? So if the global warming, based on the question you would have asked yesterday, is having that effect in the heights of the Himalayas, the slopes of over um, nine 7,000 meters and so on, then you can imagine the effect it's also having in places like Antarctica and the Arctic. And this would be an ongoing feature of the weather event going forward. Something to be concerned about. Thanks a lot for the opportunity, gentlemen, and great program as usual, and you all have an excellent weekend.
Thanks, Anson. Let me say a special good morning to Mr. Pierre. I just have you in my phone as B Pierre. I don't know what the B for. But you know who you are, and thanks for the wonderful messages you've been sending and the advice that I would have shared with the guys in the chat, all right, concerning our show. All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, and let me say good morning to Rena Bodu Jennings. Rena, I saw when you came in earlier on also, and I forgot to say good morning to you. Well, yeah, when we were doing our greetings this morning. So, good morning, Rena. Have a fantastic day. Yeah, but
Yeah,
Anson
that's
also,
Lena boy.
yeah, because it's when the greeting came in now, and then you guys went into something, and you know, look at real talk. When you and Richard start, oh, good.
Because that is what we getting free for.
Yes, yes.
I'm going to say pay for, but that is what we do
Like
free for.
fever. Yes, you understand. So, but when all they going, trust me, oh, it's not easy to get in between them to interrupt them, you know. You have to be real. It's like when you're skipping rope, you're timing 1, 2, as they pause. All right, fellas. Caller, good morning to you.
Good morning, gentlemen. I'm enjoying first time call. I enjoy your show so much that I tune on every morning.
Right, nice.
Okay.
What's your name?
What's your name, caller?
Andre.
Andrea, where you calling from, Andrea?
From the Carnage area.
All right, Andrea from
All right, nice one. Nice. Thanks for joining us.
Yes, 2 points I have is the fact with the utility. Imagine when Tiantec wanted to put up their prices, they've consulted with the public and there's so much of blockage for Tiantec to go up. Now we see this thing with the Wasa and the high rate that we have to pay for installation now. However, too, and another point is how many people in our parliament have apartments or buildings in Miami is something, coming up from what's happening with Mr. Manning. This might expose a lot of them who have properties in Miami. So it might not be that person alone. Many of them may have that calendar in the closet. So I also, so that might raise up a lot of issues. And somehow I just see that the parliament has come to such a disrespectful thing that is not attractive to the young people at all with the behavior of the parliamentarian and this. So this is my take this morning.
All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, that is sure the rate increase too. I just not following it because they said if I listen to Mr. Gonzalez, that it's not on the WASA website. It's only when you're actually going to pay, you're being told this is the figure, you know.
Yeah, that is the thing. And if there was something that as a drastic change in something as that, then it should be listed. It should be on the website. It should be posted that people would know that these rates are going up. Just like how we knew that you were going to pay more for traffic offenses and other things. You should have that information the same way too.
Yeah.
That can't be so selective to be doing it like that. I ain't got at all. What's I need to check this out?
Yeah, they come better than that.
Yeah, I mean, you might have justification for some of the increases, but let people know, you know, this and why this kind of secrecy for things like that. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sir Charles.
Hi, Zena.
To Richard and Wendell. Don't ball out so high, Zena. They high like you're so glad and happy to hear me. You no longer call.
Cut you off, cut you off. Cut you off, Charles.
You talking about Richard and Wendell with you talking? You talking just as much and even more. And I think Friday was our day.
But
the next Friday, you hear Carol's try so many times and then get in. I'm done with net radio.
Now we can't allow that to happen.
Gosh, man.
We can't allow that kind of thing to happen, Zena.
Richard, yes, I normally get up very early. I don't miss a Billy and them must see when they get up for night break or something, them just call in. I just call check as the 6 o'clock. I said then my greeting. Where you want me to wake up out of my sleep to call, send message for? So I just get up early every morning, so don't try that. But I said first. Anyhow, I wanted to say, you see what the last caller said there too. I normally know still not disbursing and money starting from car when people go in the bank. I normally, when I go out, especially if it's month-end and you're getting your money, you know, sometimes in the mall, you might go to eat or something. What's wrong? And people, you have to be so guarded now, as you, Sir Charles, say, the climate out there, my purse always on my lap with my hand to it, or hanging on my shoulder, and it might be just strapping purse it over my shoulder cross and pressing on my lap. If food have to fall, it falling on it. But there's always an unguarded movement. And so there's two people to look at here. The man, as Richard said, he has no damn right tiffin. And then the woman, she had a right to having all that money, guard it with your life. Because too many thieves out here. Remember, a lot of people unemployed. Them young boys have no CPEP and nothing to go to now. URP or not. So that's their work. All those who fall by the wayside, that's their work. So people have to be guarded. Yeah. And as for the ministry business, what I was talking about earlier, my husband used to say before you retire, hear him now. You know, when I retire and get my money, it's two things I will concentrate on doing. But it was just a joke. He said, one is opening a small church, and two, either that or opening a house of ill repute. So we used to
money always running in them places. Money always running in them places, you know.
But I blame congregations. Nobody have my purse in their hand to take out what they want, because it have some of them when you go. I hear that say, we only want blues today. We only want to see blue. Blue today when the collection thing come around. Now, what you trying to tell me? That you controlling my money and my affairs? And there was a time, I'll give all you a joke, that a young lady came to me to ask me for help to go and fix her hair. She was going to get some work. She told me they went to church, the church she was going to, and the pastor say he will pray for her to get her work, that she will get through the thing. But she had to promise to bring back 10% of her first salary. And she coming now to ask me to help her to go and get her hair done. I said, well, why you didn't ask the pastor to advance it? But I told her that, and I told her how these people look out to fleece. Yeah, but I gave her the money, and she went and fixed herself, and she did get the wool. But I don't know what happened after, if pastor was able to rest his hand on the percentage. But that is what they do. Try and blame the pastor and them for flying in jet. If you have few foolish people want to give them money just so, and you want to allocate a portion of my money that I have to give to you, you're right. Fly in the jet, fly very high.
You know,
That's many of them,
this one now.
especially in America. I see a lot of them going to jail. If you notice, a lot of pastors in America have fallen.
Yeah,
And they
eventually.
jail with it too.
Yeah.
So people have to be aware and be sensible and don't be carried away by foolishness.
Right. Thanks very much, Zeno.
Anyhow, have a good weekend. All enjoy the independence. And Mr. Patrick, have a wonderful birthday, born on a nice day. But I want to tell Tall Man, before I go, Tall Man, I agree with you. I ain't going nowhere. Just what I did between 2010 and 2015. And the same thing I'm doing all now. Because I know half of them who's supposed to be there would not be there. So don't try to fool the people this year.
All right, okay, no problem. Thanks very much, Zeno. Yeah. The thing about it is that the problem that we are facing here in Trinidad and Tobago has been a progressive problem for a long time. So it's not just a matter of people have CPF job today, and that's the reasoning. For a long time before even that, because even when it had CPF job, people were still robbing people, thieving people, thing, and breaking in your car, locking your neck, taking your phone. Or it's a climate of that kind of thing that has been cool. If we could go back to how many years and see how the thing has been coming, just like this tsunami that hit the in Nepal. No, that's a bad analogy. That came kind of sudden, But yeah, it's something that has been growing, and Trinidad and Tobago is not the place that it used to be. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Sir Charles, Richard, and Wendy.
Morning.
The weekend has begun.
Yep.
I telling you, well said, Sir Charles, well said. Because these young people may want to work, Because these vendors and them getting work in little grocery and thing and they're hustling the dollars. But these heifers and them don't want to work. The lady who got robbed, I really feel sorry for her because that was an unguarded moment and they snatched her bag. But like they had a pawn a sports bra. I walk with a plastic bag when they're taking all them kind of money and stuff it down by your breast area.
Yeah, walk with your girdle or something. Put on your girdle, go in the bathroom, stick it down inside, and then put back up. Yeah.
I don't stick it wrong way. When I go in the bag, I stick it right by my breast. Who sees it? I don't business. I just stick it right. I don't play that. But it's not $40,000. I pull out a little small change. Right. And I still stick it in. Yeah. You understand? There's me and them fighting today. I tell you, I find it really ridiculous. The youths and them outside there, it have work out there. If the venues and them leave from which part they is with nothing on their back, more than their clothes, and they coming down here and they hustling. So you ever see them with the little bag and thing?
Yes.
And they hustling,
I see them all the time.
buying a little grocery and then making a little grocery for their family and whatnot. Come on, better than that. And I ain't saying what they can't get work, they could get work. But they don't want that because they want to buy their brand name sneakers and clothes and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they want to rock a set of gold. It's only poor people that rock gold and have a show of the have a set of gold around the neck. You ever see them big shots and them have gold around the neck? Them don't have to do that. You're poor and you're acting like you're rich. That don't make sense. Yeah. That doesn't make sense. And the parrot, Mr. Manning, I'm glad he get out the window, let everything come out. Nothing wrong with that. But anyway, Susie, you want to say one quick thing? Hold on. Yes, morning, Sir Charles, morning, Richard, morning, Wendell, and happy independence.
Thank you.
And the same thing with my twins say talk about Venice. I see Venice, and they had a little basket with little plantain chips, and they sell on the highway all over, and they're making a little hustle. They had a little cart selling pies, the egg ball, Watch me, anything they making and they selling. Down to coffee and all in our car they selling to and all.
Yeah.
Well, Sir Charles, before I go, don't forget people tomorrow you're going to be hot at the Big Bear Bar right opposite the Panyard. Make all yourself available. Clear up all your throat. You don't know his karaoke is on and you don't know NETT is bringing it live with
Nice.
Sir Charles,
And
RJ, and the rest of the
RJ.
crew. You all have a blessed one.
Okay, no problem. Thanks very much, ladies. Have a good one yourself. Yeah. See, Richard is back. Nice, nice.
All right, let me sing a little song for you.
All right, go ahead, Wendell.
I talk to the trees,
Oh, God.
but they won't listen to me. I talk to the stars, but they never hear me. The breeze hasn't time to stop and hear what I say. I talk to them all in vain.
Yes, talk to yourself.
Yeah, I talk to trees.
Lincoln, good morning.
What, Wendell? You have a little short, boy?
I have a lot of truth. One little truth. There's a lot of truth I have.
Richard, you need to consider putting Wendell in a little segment in your play and give him a little a cappella to do something like
Oh
that.
God, I'm tired beg for that boy liquor. I'm tired beg for that. I ain't begging no
You
more. You gotta
serious?
pay me now.
You
You gotta pay
serious?
me. I used to do I wanna do it for free, but you gotta pay now.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Anyway, gentlemen, I will tell you, I've had this situation. You all know I just do a little contracting and whatnot. I just had these situations sometimes that I just had to take out large sums of money from the bank to either pay the staff or whatever the case may be. And gentlemen, I will tell you, I totally blame that woman for putting herself in that position to be robbed, right? Because I will tell you, me as a male, me as a non FUL holder, as a male, when I go to the bank, if I had to take out a mere $5,000, $6,000, a measly amount of money, when I exit the bank, my head is on a swivel all the time. And I leave the bank, and when I get into my vehicle, my head is always in my rearview mirror checking to see if I'm being followed. And I leave the bank and I get to wherever I have to go. If I have to pay workmen, I get to the site and I pay the workmen them immediately. Or they take the rob, not me. If I have to buy material, I get to where I have to buy the material and I pay the store, rob the store. I don't study food. Me don't go and sit down nowhere to line. Me don't go and meet nobody. I go and I execute what business I have to do with that money immediately. As a male in Trinidad and Tobago in these times, I can't understand how you have $40,000 in a bag. The bag rests down on the table like if it's a Bible, and your head facing the other direction. Your bag gone missing, and people notice you get robbed, and you ain't notice your bag missing yet with $40,000 in it. The bandits do what bandits do. Bandits is look to rob. You have to protect yourself and do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, Richard Alexander have been talking about this for 8 years on the national TV. And all you ain't learn nothing, all you ain't pick up nothing. It's the responsibility yours to protect yourself.
I can't disagree with that, Lincoln, because I still also wouldn't understand why people is going tongue with jewelry around their neck and on their hand and thing, and then they get grabbed. And they get grabbed and then that making news. I wasn't putting that in the news. It all over tongue has snatch and grab people all over tongue.
That does not deserve to be on news. You know what deserves to be on news? Another one. You look another one. That deserves to be on news. You need to be put up as an idiot for be going in tongue with jewelry on your neck. Carnival time you go in a fete, a public fete with jewelry on your neck and neck and rob. Look another one. Another idiot. Unfortunate, but Trinidad is again when you're gonna dress up and put on your dandan and go out and come back home safe. It is not that way again.
Yeah.
Recognize that fact. If you're going all inclusive with a certain sector of people, and you have your car to take you there and take you back home, and still when you get back home, you need to take certain precautions when you're getting out your car and going into your house. Yeah, this is a different time in Trinidad and Tobago now. Right?
Thanks very much, Lincoln. Yeah. It is and that's the reality. It is a different time. So just be careful,
All
people.
over, not just Trinidad and
Yeah.
Tobago. And people don't
Yeah.
understand them fellas and them who robbing people. They're not interested in doing our work. So people saying the pay is hard and they could go and look for, they're not interested in that.
Mm-mm. Yeah. They season with that. They good with that. They not in. I had to work a whole month to make that money. I can make that in 2 days. Come on. So,
That's
so
their
so
work.
they're
That's
doing
their
what
work.
they're doing what they have to do. You have to do what you have to do.
It's just like a pastor in a church. You really feel he concerned about
But who
how
going
you
to
make
heaven?
your money or
Yeah.
what bills you have to pay?
Yeah. Or if
Huh?
you can, or if you can already
You
help it
ain't
to
concerned about that? You feel Duplantis and them fellas out there who fly in the private jet concerned about your bills?
yeah. or if or even if you say Pastor, when you're going out to Houston again, give me a drop down. I want to go and check. I want to go and check my aunt.
No, no,
She
no,
said.
no. You can't disturb my spirit. You can't get in. No, no. My spirit must be pure for me to go and work my miracles and rip off more people.
Oh my word! Anyhow, people, it is a semi-long weekend. All right, so enjoy your independence. Um, when did you get the information on the route exactly what was taking place?
No,
You ain't get that
no,
done?
no. So far, I've seen no official release from the Ministry of National Security. Maybe it'll come out over the weekend.
But wait,
Exactly what is going to be taking place on Independence Day. It's almost like if they don't want anybody to come to the parade.
nah, but the thing about it also, besides the bridge that they put down, the removable bridge that they put down by the president's house in that area, there, anything else has been erected and thing?
No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I could pass there today and see
Yeah.
if the parade is taking place from there or from Memorial Park as I read earlier in the week. You understand?
Yeah.
So
So
if the
maybe
parade starting from Memorial Park, it means that they're not using that part of the savannah again. I don't know.
yeah. Because we have heard nothing more about it. We have seen no more construction taking place. We have seen no stands erected, no set of tents put down. Normally, by now with an event like that, all these things would have been in place. I
Yeah.
understand that there was a day where the security personnel were doing the drills, but
The
apart from
last couple of days they've been doing drills.
yeah.
Mm.
So if that is the case, so because we need to find out exactly where the parade, what the parade is, what area the parade is going to be at.
Boy, I don't know. No? She just need to blow in a bag and talk to the people now.
Y'all are
Tell the people
very
what's going on.
y'all are spending a lot of effort about that, boy. But anyway,
No,
I
but
couldn't
we
care
have to
less where they
inform
have
the
the
people,
parade.
Richard. We have to
Well,
let the
all it
people know where they need to go and
well,
boom.
Wendell, when you find out, you do your Facebook live post. Because people want to know and they want to hear from you and Sir Charles. Or they do a joint live post again tomorrow morning when all they find out, or they go on Facebook and do a live post together.
So you don't want to know?
Oh my God!
You're not
I do
going
not
into.
care.
You're not going into.
I want you to understand me clearly, Sir Charles. I do not care.
So wait now, you're just staying by Times Square, and that is it.
Yeah.
You see, hold on 1 minute there, guys. Don't go anywhere. Caller, good morning. I have to take this call.
Thank you, honey bunny, for taking my call. Good morning, my love, my breath of fresh air. Good morning to
Happy
all.
birthday and an early happy birthday to you because I know your birthday is Tuesday.
Really?
Yes, Definitely. Thank you so kindly, my
Yes.
love of my life. And special good morning and happy birthday in advance, Mr. Patrick as well. Happy birthday, Mr. Patrick. I know you're 31st, the day before me. So, yeah, I agree with you, Zena. I am so not interested in this independence. I am super happy not to be part of this independence again this year because I am just disappointed. I'm just hurting with how the way the country has been going. So I don't feel that sense of red, white, and black, and that we building as a nation and we care about each other. So I am happy to be like when they're on a plane in the daytime and gone and coming back after. So yeah, just that basically. But just enjoy listening to you guys. I wanted to say all my love. I probably won't. I'm not sure if I'll get strong Wi-Fi, of course, to hear you all on the morning itself, Tuesday. So if not, hugs and kisses. And yeah, Zena, I have to pick up my girls, Zena, CJ, Miss Dabity, Rena, DC Scara, rest in peace. Still, I know you're locked on listening to us, laughing away. And yeah, that's about it in terms of us and all the other callers. Of course, have a happy, safe, and enjoyable independence. I love you so much, Mr. R. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye. I don't know why she's calling me Mr. R every now and then. You know? I know she's calling me her breath of fresh air, but now she's starting to call me Mr. R. Come on, don't do that.
Oh my gosh. Well, I passed through Port of Spain this week and I saw a lot of the a lot of buildings
All in again, man.
having the red, white, and black all over the place. So I feel good about that. I feel nostalgic.
Wendell,
Yeah.
you have a touch start when your vehicle is a touch start?
Yeah.
Do you know I saw a
Call
video
coming
and
through like
I saw a
sorry,
video
go ahead,
and
Richard.
I saw a video and I've never seen this before that is saying that there is a part in your center console in modern cars whether touch start or variations of that you're not using a key. And of course the key has to be powered, right? So you have to have a battery in your key, right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, and it
Right.
has to be in close proximity to the vehicle.
Right. And so that if your battery is dead, do you know that there is a part in your center console where you can place your key if the battery is dead, that it will still start the car?
Yeah, I've seen that video. I've seen that video.
And I never knew that. And I was like, wait. And I looked in my car this morning and there is a place.
Yes,
And there's a little key, and there is a little key inside there. And I said, because I always used to wonder, what the hell is that for? And that video answered it for me. And I'm like, wait, why does nobody tell you this?
No, I've seen that video. Every now and then people will put up that video. Put up videos like that.
You ever looked in your center console to see if you saw that?
No, because I've never had. I'm always on the ball when changing batteries. But my vehicle can remote start too.
It's not a matter being on top of changing batteries. It's whether your car comes equipped with that place in case. It's like a backup start.
Yes, there is it. It is there.
Yeah, for a long time it has been there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, since I have the vehicle in there, Richard.
Yeah, well, I would hope so. I don't think it's an aftermarket add-on.
But my vehicle remote starts. I can start my vehicle from several feet away. I remote start my vehicle.
Yeah.
So it could cool down and things like that. Especially if it's very hot. Yeah.
I remember years ago, after coming back from a boat ride at around 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and the battery in my key had died, and after having to call my wife, which took like about 2.5 hours to get the key.
Oh, Jesus Christ, she don't answer you when you call in.
No, she answered, but what I'm saying is that the time that while I answer for her to leave, to come down the road, organize herself, and then when she came down there, would you believe one of the other security in the morning who came into work was actually showing me that. I said, why you didn't come to work earlier?
So Charles, you wake your wife, come out to bed, travel for 2 hours to get a key to you when oh God, you're wicked.
Oh boy.
You're wicked.
You do worse than that for your former wives, Wendell. So what you
Oh
talking
God,
about?
I went and report cars stolen and all kind of thing with oh God,
Well,
no.
you do all kind of thing. You saw that joke on social media about the barber and the man only coming and asking him how long for the haircut.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, I didn't see that. Send it to me.
You know, we never did talk about the donkey episode in Arima.
Oh
Richard, you
God!
never did tell Sir Charles about the donkey episode in
Yeah,
Arima.
tell me
I,
see
I
that
was
you
never
love
I was never going to tell him Wendell.
Sir Charles, you have to do Google Arima Mayor and donkey, and you go get his story.
I'll definitely, as I come off here, I'm going to do that. I remember me a bear donkey.
Arima
Look,
Mayor donkey. Google
look,
that.
everybody must now Google it to find out what's going on there. All right, okay.
No, no, some of them in this group right back in the they know exactly what it is. It's have somebody in this group called Zena. Nothing no past that woman. She know exactly what you're talking about.
And yeah, people, it's a long weekend, so the next time
But
you
Sir
get
Charles, the thing with the barber is that this barber was in a barber. He cutting people here now. That this man was coming to, hey, how long before I had to wait to get a haircut? And he said, an hour. Okay, and the man gone, but he don't come back. And then the next day, the man come, hey, how long had I wait to get a haircut? He said, 2 hours, my. All right, coming back, he ain't come back. Third day, the man come, how long for a haircut? The man say about, I don't know, 45 minutes. He's all right. Man never coming back, never coming back. So one day he tell when he party, he say, where that man is be going? Follow him when he come. The man coming next day, how long for a haircut? Say, hour. Say, I'm coming back. Gone. The man come back and tell the barber, you know the man gone in your house.
you know, and that's certain amount of time he ain't coming home. when you see that man must be a police officer.
So barbers beware.
Yes, barbers beware. Only like to keep people waiting long.
Yeah. Come on, they like to talk, cut here, talk, cut here,
That's why, that is why it has so much cameras in the house now, Wendell, that is why it has so much cameras in the house, right?
Oh, you're telling us your private business, Sir Charles?
Yes.
Sir Charles, you're telling us your private business?
Listen to what Wendell is saying. Wendell, tell him.
I have cameras all over. And I always had.
And your mother tell you from you're in Trinidad or you're in Ethiopia.
On the real territorial, boy. On the real territorial. Only here for yourself on this morning breakfast show.
Yeah.
I don't know why. So me
And young people, it's a Friday. The next time you hear from the breakfast show will be on Tuesday. All right, so enjoy your weekend. Guys, have a great Independence on
Only
65.
get a little lanyard this morning because we're not there, man.
Yeah. All right, Richard, wrap up the show.
All right, so of course the program continues on netradiott.com, where you can listen to the excellent programming throughout the rest of the day, as well as on your smart devices. You can say whatever your smart device name is. Play NETT Radio Trinidad on TuneIn. That's NETT Radio Trinidad on TuneIn, and you'll be good to go. You can listen to the programming, and trust me, you won't have to do it so many times after that. You can just say play Net Radio on your smart device. If it's really smart, will understand what you mean. And of course, it's the weekend, people. The weekend has been everybody. Enjoy Independence Day on Monday, whatever you choose to do, whether you choose to stay home, whether you choose to go and try and find out where the Independence Parade is, whether you choose to go see the silent fireworks or the drone show, whatever you're doing, do it with a smile on your face and happiness in your soul. And of course, have a fantastic day. And remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health. Of course, Sophia, the Little Detective book series is out on Amazon. So you can purchase those books. It's for children between the ages of 6 to 9. And of course, well, I don't know how big the vocabulary of your child is, but it's a great book for those purposes too, and for parents to read to children if you read to your child. I know not many parents do that anymore, but some do. So, Sophia, the Little Detective is available on Amazon, and of course, we have Scandal in Cedros, the final show. Saturday, September 12th at 8:30 p.m. Tickets will go on sale from this weekend, certainly on the website from this weekend. You should be able to get tickets on the website. It's the final show before we move on to our new show. And that new show starts on September 26th and 27th at Queen's Hall also. So all the shows will be at Queen's Hall. So September 12th, we're at Queen's Hall with the final show for Scandal in Cedros. And 2 weeks later, we are back there with our brand new show.
Alrighty, folks, have an absolutely wonderful weekend. Be careful on the nation's roads. Look out for the young ones. And remember to let go and let God. Happy Independence, everybody.
Yes, happy Independence, wherever you are in Trinidad and Tobago, and of course the diaspora across the planet. Happy Independence Day. And of course, we want to let you know that we appreciate and value that you choose us to watch and listen every morning. We know you have choices, and we are very glad that you chose us. You have been listening and watching
The Breakfast Show.
It's a...
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The Breakfast Show is here, we bring in the soca way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes turned on. From Maracas Bay to the Savannah line. Let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Oh, good vibes rolling through the air. The Breakfast Show